All right, and we're live. Welcome, everyone. My name is Paula Phillips, also known as Journal Artista, and it is Saturday night over on the Journal Artista channel here on YouTube. Saturday night is Stencil Saturday. Welcome to it. Today is the second episode, my second one. I took a little hiatus. We started Stencil Saturday 10 years ago. It'll be 10 years ago in June. I usually start my pre-chat here at 9 p.m. Eastern, and pre-chat 9 p.m. Eastern, 9:30. We start doing some art. Let me just share this, my friends. Hi, Sandy. Welcome. All right. So I got hi, Joyceage. Hi, Linda. Hi, Lisa. Welcome back, Patricia. Hi, Vicky. Good to see you, my friend. How are you? All right. I wish, YouTube is pretty strict these days, and so they should be with, copyright and all that fun stuff. But man, I wish I could play music, but you cannot. You can. You can. Your just video is not going to be monetized, and you might get a copyright strike. So, excuse me while I get myself situated over here. Sit down. Yeah, I shall not be risking any copyright strikes tonight. Good evening, Laura. I will not be using any. I don't be using any salt tonight. All right, get my chair. So my new anti-gravity chair I talked to you guys about this morning, it's pretty comfy. It's an extra large one. So I have to so I was playing my Animal Crossing today, and it's an extra large wide chair, and I've lost so much weight that my butt's not so extra large anymore. So I have to put it. It's hard to hold my Switch with my elbows. Usually, you want to have your elbows on armrest type of thing, and I don't quite fit. So, or my arms don't go that far wide. Oh, words are hard. Anyways, other than that, I took a nap. It's fantastic. I think that it's really gonna help. I could care less if I have a, like I said, I've got a lawn chair in my living room as my couch, but my friends, if it stops or helps my numbness issues, then it is what it is. So I have to, again, my friends, if you're just joining us, I start the art at 9:30. So if you want to go and, do your thing until then, we're just having a little chat at first. I like to catch up. Sometimes when I actually start streaming and actually start creating, it's harder to read the chat, especially with this new chat. The pop-out one is hard. Anyways, hopefully all that will be solved when I get my new computer. Hi, Lori. Happy Saturday. Welcome, Rez. So I don't know if I want to start. This is my Dina Wakely journal. Excuse me, I almost said delusions. Let's see if I don't know if I want to start a page from the beginning or work on a background like we did last week. Now let me look at my camera. Make sure it's good. Thank you so much for the likes and dislikes, my friends. As long as you're pressing the button, it's all good. Don't forget to like and subscribe. So on the new YouTube Creator Studio. So as my channel's been pretty inactive for the last 5 years. Let's be real, and so much has changed over here on YouTube in 5 years. So I'm getting used to where everything is. I'm looking at analytics and statistics and all that. So my analytics are telling me that of my subscribers, only 5% of my subscribers have my bell on, have rung my bell, and even less of the 5% that have the bell on have pop-up notifications allowed on your phone. So check those things, my friends. one thing, especially if you've been subscribed to me for 10 years or 8 years, for a long time. Um, Lots of times you have to go to the channel, click unsubscribe, click subscribe again, and then click on the bell, right? Click on the bell, and a little pop-up will come up and it'll say all notifications. Then you'll get um, not just mine, anybody you're subscribed to. So even then, even if you've already subscribed to me before, you're subscribed. Sometimes it's good to unsubscribe. Here I am telling people to unsubscribe. Unsubscribe, resubscribe right away, and press the bell. And then you're more likely to get pop-ups. Not just on my channel, on every channel that you may be finding that you're not getting notifications on. Especially, like I said, I've found that if as soon as I subscribe to somebody new, and you click that bell, let me tell you, you'll get every notification on that person going. So that's what I always suggest. If you're having trouble and you're not getting notifications from your favorite YouTubers, click on subscribe right back right away. Click the notification bell then. Hope that helps a little bit. Hi, Nell. Welcome. Happy Saturday. Yeah, Joyce, it is. It's a black, and it's in night mode, but I can't figure out. Jean's going to help me when I get my new computer, I'm sure, to figure out how to get it out of night mode. When I watch YouTube, no problem. But sweet goodness, they will not let me get out of this night mode. And it's hard to see for me anyways, with my glasses and like the white chat. Because I'm trying to read the chat. Streaming's hard, my friends. It takes talent. Like if you really want to pay attention to the chat, talk about what you're doing, think about what you're doing next, explain, you know what I mean? Explain what you're doing, all that type of stuff while reading chat and processing what's going on in there while still, it's hard work. So as I get used to it again, one eye on like my left eye on the chat. And so I don't know if I want to work on something that's already been started in this journal or something new. What do you guys vote for? Lots of this isn't tacked down at all. Well, maybe I did glue that bad boy down. I did. I made a liar out of me. So this journal is mostly, not mostly, pretty much all, 99% unfinished pages, just backgrounds and random stuff. Some PTP stuff. I guess I thought I was going to use those napkins on that page. Most of these, not most, all of these are probably started 3 to 5 years ago. I lie. Maybe some of them I did about a year and a half or two ago. You're in high love with this. Boy, that's looking so far. You gotta have five eyeballs. Exactly, Joyce said you need one eye on the chat. So I got my one of my favorite Starbucks mugs. Hold the fort. Ding, ding, ding. I'm trying not to spill my coffee. So this one is a watercolor. Look at this, my friends. A watercolor world. Mappage. As I spill my coffee on the... And they have a little heart where Newfoundland is. Oh, let me take a sip. The one that I have and these are the insulated mugs. The one that I have, and my friends, if you are Canadian and you like Tim Hortons, the mugs that are like this, Tim Hortons sells the same mugs. I don't know if any in stock right now, but they did around Christmas and last year. The same type of ceramic mugs with the same type of lid that fit the Starbucks ones as well. They're kind of interchangeable. But the ones at Tim Hortons are like, this Starbucks one is like, is the sticker still on it? No, I actually took it off for once. This one's from 2015. 2015 design. But the Tim Hortons ones, anyways, I think these are like 22 Canadian. Big bucks, the Starbucks ones, and the Tim Hortons ones were only like $12 or something. So if you like that, I do recommend. Tim Hortons has some good merchandise when it comes to mugs and stuff. Oh, I did spill some coffee on there. Welcome, Patricia. Hi, Diana. Hi, Jane. I love that mug. I love the artists they use with Starbucks. Even with that mug, I actually, because I believe in, especially when you talk about customer service and that, if I'm going to complain about people bitching at me, well, excuse my language, then I better make sure that I put out something positive into the universe. So I remember when I got some of those mugs, I actually sent an email like to Starbucks just saying that I really love the designs and I love that style of mug. Keep making them. Because you always get like the only time you get any feedback, in fast food, whatever, it's always negative, no matter what. I like the way that blue. A lot of Jane Davenport stuff. Ooh. I guess I thought I was going to use some of those tags here. I got a hiccup. Excuse me. This page I colored always made me laugh. I always think it's you guys watching me. Like, who's that? Not impressed. This guy's eating. It's like you guys watching me. There's back here. No, it doesn't quite go with my theme. That's just not Jane Davenport napkin. I love that. Let's see. That's a hot mess. Maybe we'll just do what's on. This is a Patty dilly paper she sent me. Journal. She's sent this to the side. I'm just gonna look through here real quick. See if I need to find a background. I think tonight I'm gonna work on add to a background, shall we say. This is the other journal I'm mostly working in, or I want to continue to work in. Hi, Cheryl. Good evening, my friend. I know it's late for you. Oh, the firecrackers going off. So I'm assuming, well, I don't know, like at the beach, people might be shooting some firecrackers off tomorrow or Monday. But I mean, usually there's a big one down on the beach at Lake Ontario, but I don't know. I don't think they will have that. Hi, Christy. Good evening, Pam. Yeah, Victoria Day. So tomorrow, usually, but I haven't heard any yet. I don't even know if they're selling. I mean, anyway, this journal. So I have a lot of personal stuff at the beginning of this. This is recorded. We did this page a while ago, November 9th. So what I got going on in here. Those were my first jelly prints I did after a long time. So this journal again back in November 13th night. So I did art there for a couple months and then I just went right back to whatever. But we are breaking the cycle. Hi, Judy. There is some whatchamacallit on these paints. I just bought those 6 months ago. I forget now. I forget what they were called. No, not Dynaflows. I don't know. Some of these is, where I just jelly plated right into my art journal. Jelly. Same here. I might start with this background. This was a one there's got some like ghosted images from my stencils in there, but there isn't too much else going on that. Ooh, as I rip it. More crusty bits. And you can see, my hands hurt so much from drawing today in November. This one is shiny. Thanks, Jane. Welcome, Patricia. Ooh, I love those I call them Patty Tully Parish Goldie Bits. PT, but I don't know. Well, Patty Tully Parish here on YouTube uses gold flakes, gold leafing flakes on her deli plate. Her deli plate. Drink some coffee powder on her jelly plate, and then I call them Goldie Bits because then the crusty bits come off. Love that technique. Look at this hot mess. Maybe we'll have to do this and start with this page that it's like. I think I might this particular one. And some of this stuff, like, when I jelly plate right into my art journal, sometimes I may never do anything after. Like, especially if I love how my crusty bits happen to come out that, for example. Ooh, did you see my screen? Whoa! Do you guys see that? Did you see my screen flicker? Uh-oh, that's bad news. Welcome, Linda. Did you see my screen go crazy? I don't know. It didn't like that. I don't know if it's because some of this paint is iridescent. Strange. Or was it just me? Welcome, Karen. Some notes in here. And then that's it. But I do want to finish this journal. I also need to look at this bad boy. This bad boy is hurting. It was a journal made by, I think I got it off Amazon. I got one of my Sticker Nation 2 stickers on there, so I can't see it, but I think it was Moda, Moda maybe. Anyways, it's hurting. It's all clumped up. It's all bent up, so I need to recover it. But that's what I think. We're going to start off with this ugly looking page and see how well we can work through the uglies on that bad boy. All right, I'm just going to set, what time is it? 20 minutes? 10 minutes? 10 minutes. Bethany Moda. Mota. Thank you, Ali. Good to see you, my friend. That is exactly, thank you so much. That's exactly who it is. Welcome, Lynn. Listening and lurking. Absolutely. We love our lurkers. She is a YouTuber, Bethany Moda. Is she? No, not the same YouTuber. There used to be a big beauty guru in the YouTubes that went from beauty to planning. What was her name? I forget. Now she's a big planner, but she started as makeup. All right. I'm going to get myself some paint. I don't know. I think maybe I won't. I'm just going to make sure it's available to me beside me here. What the heck do I got going on? Elle Fowler? Not her. No, this girl is Asian. Is it Elle Fowler? No, I think her name is. And she just came out with her own planners. I didn't pre-order. That was, well, I shouldn't say just. It was before Christmas. It was in November. Dang it. Somebody will help me out. Maybe it was Elle Fowler. That sounds right. No, this girl's name is. Anyway. What do we got going on in here? Oh, some old Glimmer Mist. Limited edition marshmallow. I treasure this bad boy. Oh, who remembers? Hey, Gina. Or Galina, excuse me. Who remembers trying to get marshmallow? How we all fought like it was sold out. Tattered Angels. Here's some Tim Holtz Distress Stain and Picket Fence. You've got some coffee pleat, some washi tape. What's in this? Where did this come from? Liquid Text Carbon Black ink. Distress sprays. I must have been using this of art on the couch or something. It's got quite the random of stuff. Obviously, I have a roll of. What is this? Something old. Color mists. Vivid sprayable watercolors. OutsideTheMargins.com. My friends, that's old. Michelle Phan. I think that's who it is. Ali. Absolutely. I think that's who it is, Michelle Fawn. That sounds familiar. Man, I'm working on my planner. There's lots to do. So as I get my new computer and all that, there's lots to do. Like after your videos and like the pop-up cards and links and oh sweet goodness. I got lots to do with that. The Scrapbook Society dye sprays. Oh boy. What else do I have over here? Some dilution paint. Oh, I haven't looked in this bad boy. Oh, this could be bad news. What do you think? Some of them. Let's hope. This one's not even open. How embarrassing. Well, not that you guys are in any shock. Jay Wong? I don't know Jay Wong. I'm pretty sure that I think Ali's right. I think Michelle Fawn is who I'm thinking of. That came out with her own planner. Interesting. So look. Is this... Oh no, still good. Still good. We're good. All good in the hood over here. It's a little thick, but it's not thick like the original ones, that's for sure. I need a way to like these are awkward. Even if when I get the paint card in here, the one from IKEA, Dilutions paints are awkward to store. How are you guys storing them? Oh, these bags, my friends, these Creative Memories ones. Lori N, I think was her name. Laura or Lori? One of the two. Lori. I think it's Lori. From Maryland at the retreat, she gave me two. These I have two black ones from years ago, Creative Memories. And at the retreat, I guess she gifted them to me because she says she doesn't use them anymore, but these are absolutely awesome. Awesome. I don't know if is Creative Memories even around anymore? I don't know. I don't know. Isn't that terrible? My pug stamps that I haven't yet. Alright, there's more dilution sprays and paints in there. And I don't you. Alright, we're going to take a 5-minute break before I get started. Because I've had some coffee, so I've got to make sure I have a nature break. I shall be back in 5. Don't forget, my friends, I have my envelope right here. We have to do a giveaway. Last Saturday, I signed off, and I completely forgot to do a giveaway at the end, just for the little art bits, little rack of the art bits from the desk. So please don't let me forget that, guys. Whether I do it at the end, somewhere in between, somebody remind me. Totally forgot last time. Hi, Shauna. Oh, I love this pug one. This is one I bought it at this is from Carabelle Studio, which is awesome. I bought this one at Simon Says Stamps, but I got Bella. And when I was on Simon Says Stamps the other day, I didn't buy anything, but I did see they have quite a few pug. I love that pugs are popular now, or maybe they've always been popular. Just I didn't know, I didn't recognize until I got one. But I've got pug everything. Simon rolls his eyes. He's like, "What about Asha?" Michelle Fawn didn't make a planner that you could find. I have to find out because I'll put it in the description later on. I need to make sure I give the right credit. But Michelle Fawn, anyway, it's awesome that there's more than one beauty guru that came to the dark side. All right, my friends, that like that. This week, it's on my list. We need to do. Is that gonna autofocus the entire time I've gone to the washroom? Hi, Glenda. Did I already say hello, Shauna? Jonna? I'm not sure. You have pug leggings? The only leggings, well, I have Raptors, the We the North leggings. Not pug leggings, pug socks, pug nightgowns, Pug, ugly Christmas sweaters. Anyways, we'll be back in less than 5, my friends. Less than 5. Hold the fort. Chat amongst yourselves. We'll be right back. After 9, my baby wipes. I bought some baby wipes and paintbrushes and well, it was a good thing I took a little break. Look at what I found. Not that I really deserve a break, I just started. Look what I found, my friends. I guess they delivered it after 9. I mean, I started streaming at 9. So this is some baby wipes. Let me just get this before I sit down. It might be loud, excuse me. Ooh, I got one book in this. It's a DK book. Look at that bad boy. It's a bit. Ooh. Sorry if it's auto focusing. Pulsating over here. Hi, Ange. Hello to anybody I missed while I was out. Just checking. Doesn't look like it. So I didn't buy Kirkland. Look what I bought. Baby Genix. Baby Ganix. Baby. The only one I could find. 400 wipes. 5. So let's hope. It's not even a big box. I thought I ordered the box that was 1,000. Oh, sorry, that's loud. This one's only 400. We'll try that one out tonight. I had to buy some new ones. All right. Ooh, I gotta take my sweatshirt off. I'm getting hot. These lights are hot. So I also got something that I can't show until I get the rest of it next week. All right. They're good ones. Well, we're gonna try them tonight. I've got 400, so that'll last me a few months, I hope. That our wonderful friend Dale, may her beautiful soul rest in peace. That one time she gave me a whole case of Huggies from Costco when she was up here in Ontario that one time. Her daughter delivered them, and those lasted. And that was in my like high time of doing art. That case lasted me a long time. Long time. So this is 10-piece paintbrush set. Just a cheap set that normally I would buy at Michael's if Michael's was open. So we'll just do a little unboxing here, and then we'll get on to work, do some work. Jana has a Chihuahua. Bella is a chug, half Chihuahua, half pug. This is Nadine. I just was trying to find some type of like, I don't know. Amazon doesn't have, excuse me. Normally I would buy Craft Smart brushes or something like that. Excuse me while I strip over here. I gotta take my sweatshirt off. I'm hot. These lights are hot. Thank you so much for everyone being here. I truly appreciate it. Thank you for the thumbs up. So this one is made by Medine. It says premium. Oh my gosh, the smell of plastic off this, my friends. Oh, that's not even plastic. That smells like pure Varsol. Oh my sweet love, like paint thin. Oh my word, like pure Varsol. If you paint like, is that maybe that's how they clean their brushes? Hold it for the brush doesn't sell, and so it comes with a 1, 2, number 1, a liner, and this number 4, filbert, I guess. Number 6 flat, 6 round, 1 inch flat, 3/4 inch flat, 12, the tiniest fan of brushes, and an angle and shader brush. But you know me, this is just for this. Medine, the hell, I'm gonna have to give this guy a haircut. I will get well, Bella and Asha, whatever, but I love pugs. I'm telling you, just their Asha, the Yorkie in her is a little hyper. A black pug. Oh man. Okay, so I just gave my brush a little haircut there. Not that this is going to be used in any type of detailed work. Yeah, so this it's the case. I'm telling you, my friends, it smells like pure Varsol paint remover or thinner or whatever, like bad. All right, I'm just gonna take the brushes out. I think I need to leave this outside for a bit. It's a fun little case, but holy smokers, man, that's wow. But I need these brushes tonight, so we'll leave them there. So I just, like I said, I just needed some cheap brushes. I prefer going to Michael's and just getting the Craft Smart, like set of Craft Smart on sale or something like that. But you know, we're limited on what we can get on Amazon. So this is the watercolor, the empty palette I bought for my Arteza, the 24 set of Arteza gouache I bought. So this comes with some pans, Medine pan. This is also a Medine. I've bought over the years, you know, when I started watercoloring, however many years ago now, I bought a lot from Medine. I like that company, like this, that bowl, or excuse me, that flower thing is one of my favorite things. So this is a 36 well watercolor painting box. And it's a red one. So let's see what's inside, shall we? I think this was 20 bucks. Maybe it was 29. I forget. Ooh, so it's plastic. It's pink. Oh. But I wanted one. This one is supposed to be airtight. Well, it's never really airtight. You know what I mean, but it's not. It's, I guess, a little bit more sealed than the metal palettes made by the palettes I buy from Medine. All of my palettes, any of these ones that you see that are like this, I know Arteza sells them too, but these are all Medine, Meeden on Amazon. So let's see, let's open it up. You've got plastic. Now, you know, like I said, this is just for gouache. I shouldn't say just. Boy, it's dusty. You know you got problems when it's dusty coming out. So then this will look. Ew. I thought that they were removable. Like when on a picture it looks like, but that's cool. Because the fun thing about watercolor too, right? It's gonna dry, and it's gonna dry, and then you can reconstitute it. So these are permanent little wells, and it has a little. Well, they said it was ceramic, but I think it's plastic. Let me see. It's a little dish you can use for water. That's how they show they have it in there. So it came with empty pans, but do the pans go in? Celeste, and just playing some Animal Crossing. So, oh look, the pans are removable. So you can put the watercolor or whatever directly in there if you wanted, and use these pans in something else. Or the pans fit inside. They fit nicely in there. And then, what does it look like? Yeah, it still closes nicely on top of the pans. Fun. I like it. I like it a lot. And then it closes up like that. I thought it came with one. Did I throw it out? No. This goes up. This goes up. I thought it comes with one more. Nope, that doesn't come up. Did I do something with it? Did I open the box? For some reason, I thought it came with the thing that came out. A palette. Not a palette. Like a... Maybe it didn't. I'm just losing my mind over here. I'm going to put my gouache in there. That's fun. Lastly, I got a book, and I think you know me, I love me some books. So this is a DK book, which I like to buy to use as references if I'm drawing. It's a cool palette, eh, guys? Yeah, the pans fit in the wells. That's pretty cool. And these are the same Meeden pans that I have, you know, that I bought originally, like that I have. So this is The Wonders of Nature. There's more than one of these books. Let us see. I mean, I looked at it, you know, with the little look inside button over on Amazon. But let's see. Rocks and Minerals. Look at that. So this type of book, like I said, good for me anyways, good for reference drawing. Look how Desert Rose, look how big that is. It's cool. It has a little illustrated version of it too. A variety of gypsum called selenite can form huge crystals that grow up to 39 feet long. Sweet goodness. Beautiful. That'll be fun to paint in color. We all draw or paint here, my friends, just in different ways. I know I'm not quite drawing or painting yet. Fluorite. Beautiful. Look at that picture of fluorite. I like the little illustrations on the edge of it too. Opal. Turquoise. So it's not just, you know, rocks and minerals. No, this is pyrite. Fool's gold. Look at that picture of pyrite. That's cool. So I'll just quickly pumice, sandstone, marble, fossil. Look at that. In the past, people mistook dinosaur fossils for the remains of dragons and monsters. Ooh, interesting. Ammonite, amber. I have one of those on my island. Ooh, it's a spider in there. So microscopic life. Look at that. What a beautiful book. kelp, as the Newfies would say. See, sparkle. We need to flip through this faster so we can get some art. Ooh, look how pretty that is to paint and draw. That's inspiring. Radiolarian. Some radiolarians have spines that help them float in the water. Interesting. Stars, amoebas, toadstool. Look at that picture from the toadstool from underneath. Oh God! Oh sweet goodness! What is that? A water bear? In 2007, water bears were sent into space. They are the only animals ever to have survived outside spacecraft. Oh, sweet. Drink some coffee, Paula. Ew. There are water bears everywhere. These micro animals live all over the world, from tops of mountains to the depths of the oceans. All they need is a little water. Water bears are around 0.5 millimeters or 0.02 inches long and use their hook-like claws to scramble over soft moss. They are also known as tardigrades and moss piglets. Water bears are the toughest animals of them all. They can be frozen, boiled, have x-rays fired at them, or be squashed under massive pressure, and they will survive. Okay, we will not be drawing that. Oh my God, that gives me giving me the willies, that one. Sorry, what the heck? Okay, let's go into something safe. Planks. Spike moss, fernage. Oh boy. Oh. Well, I learned something today. Look at that, the underside of a water lily. You only ever see them from the top. That is cool. Look at that. How inspiring. Magnolias, lily, orchid. Beautiful close-up shots, my friends. And I mean, the colors. What a wonderful book. Not just to learn about this stuff, but for reference. Dragon's blood tree. Never even heard of it. They look like umbrellas that have been blown inside out. Palms. What else? Traveler's tree. That's beautiful. Look at that. This looks like that somebody watercolored this. Don't they? Doesn't it? There's a live chat check. Yeah, I see somebody talking to Zandra, but I do not see her. Welcome. All right. Papyrus, bamboo. Beautiful picture of bamboo. Poppies. Himalayan poppy. Himalayan blue poppy, East Asia. Common poppy. Welsh poppy. Fire poppy. Alpine poppy. Arctic poppy. Bread seed poppy, Southern Europe. A poppy seed may lie in the soil for 50 years and still grow. Wow. The Flanders fields, the poppies grow between the crosses, row and row. John McCrae. I went to John McCrae Senior Public School, so house leek. Let's see what else. Just quickly, figs, nettle, mangrove. I thought that tree was only in Harry Potter. Isn't that terrible? Drink some coffee, Paula. Drink some coffee. Muffy Kate's not here. All right. Oh, there. Because I didn't see it on top of the thing. I know mangroves. I totally thought they were only in Harry Potter. Oh, I'm learning something today, my friends. Learning something today. That's embarrassing. Passion flower. Interesting. Corpse flower. Gum tree. What a wonderful book. I gotta look at some of these other in the DK line. You guys know I bought a couple of books in the past from them that that are constellations or the galaxy and that I use I like to look at as reference. Living Stone, South Africa. Interesting. Cactus, Sunflower, dandelion. Definitely sea hollies. So then we've got animals. So I'm just going to flip. Look at that. It's a sponge. Man, what a good reference. Fun reference that would be. Man of war. A man of war's tentacles can sting you even after it is dead. That's bad news. And the pages in this are wonderful. Flatworm. Wow. I mean, look at this. Giant clam. That reminds me of the one. There's some clams, giant clams in Animal Crossing. But they don't show any blue like that coming out of it. But anyway. Look at the nice snails. So cute. Nautilus. Tarantula. Female tarantulas can live as long as 35 years. Oh, millipede. Oh. Who knew lobsters were so hairy? Why does that lobster look so hairy? This is red reef, or maybe because it's a red reef lobster. It's not maybe the lobsters I know from the East Coast. All right. Bumblebee. Sea urchin. Whale shark. Look at that. Like they show it with his mouth wide open. Whale shark skin is thicker than any other animal's. It's up to 4 inches deep. 4 inches. Now they got some thick skin. That's what I. Porcupine. Look at that picture. These little illustrations are cute too, but look at that. Wow. Newt. There's a frog. Boy, look at his. He's looking at you, my friends. Hi, Carol. Lizard. Here, lizard. Rattlesnake. Cassowary. Did I pronounce that right? Cassowaries lay huge green eggs. Green. Unlike many other birds, the males look after them. Smart girls. The bird is the second heaviest on Earth after the ostrich. And like the ostrich, it can't fly. It wanders around alone through the rainforest home. Interesting. This one's in Australia. Whew, can you imagine meeting that on the street? I mean, I've got the Canada geese chasing me down the road, I suppose, but that's about it. There is not there aren't any, excuse my grammar, there surely aren't pigeons that look like this in Toronto. This isn't from Northern New Guinea. Victoria crowned pigeon. Beautiful. Heron, there's beautiful eagle. Woodpecker. How much wood could a woodpecker? Oh, that's woodchuck, not woodpecker. How much? I was gonna say how much wood could the woodpecker peck if the pecker could peck wood, but it's chuck, not pepper. Hi, Carrie Ann. All right. I thought that said enchilada. Drink some coffee, Paula. I think I need a drink. Sounds like I have had one. Echidnas have no teeth. They lap up insects and worms with their super sticky tongues. Wombat, armadillo, manatee, chimpanzee, bats, jaguars, brown bear. Look at him. Aren't you regal, my friend? What's looking like? It's like he's looking right in my soul. What the heck is this? A tapir. It looks like a tapir uses its lifted trunk like a snorkel, and it swims through forest, rivers, and pools. Malayan tapir, South Asia. It's like got hooves like pigs, but it looks like that's a strange looking animal, my friends. Welcome, Kimberly. And then there's a glossary in case, we need to read something. A visual guide. So these are the little, all the little illustrations, digital illustrations of all the different animals and such. So again, this one was published 2019. This is The Wonders of Nature. It's got a beautiful ribbon. I mean, it's got a beautiful binding too. $19.99 US, $25.99 Canadian. Usually on Amazon you can get it for a little bit cheaper. Beautiful book. I'm going to enjoy that for reference. All right. Thank you everybody for putting up with that while I look through my stuff. But DK Books, there's one that has rocks and minerals that I want to use. I think they have some good images you can use as reference. All right. So for Stencil Saturday, I'm going to work on a page we already have part of a background on. If I can find the book. I got so excited about that. I don't know where my journal went. Welcome to the Journal Artista channel. Not much else changes over here, my friends. Oh, that's not the right book. Oh, but this is what we were. If you were with me live this morning, that it was the first time I ever used this Tim Holtz distress spray in pewter. My camera doesn't want to focus. That's cool. I'm liking it. Hey, Carrie Ann. All right, I'm going to keep this to the side, though, and use it as my part of my leftover journal. I have another one here we're going to use. Honest to goodness, I have no idea where my art journal went. Before I took a break, so I took a break. This is there. That is there. I had that. I took my sweatshirt off. Is it underneath that? Nope. Is it underneath the baby wipes? Yes. Sorry about that. It was underneath the box of baby wipes I just bought. Again, my apologies, my friends, with the autofocusing on my camera. I cannot control it. I do have a new laptop. Thank you so much. Or on the way. Thank you so much to all of those who are members on my channel. So it'll get rid of. I can't control it. I can't run the program for my webcam. So I apologize that it's pulsating and autofocusing in and out. There's absolutely nothing I can do. But in a week and a half, we're going to have recorded videos, edited videos. Oh, I'm so excited. And we're going to have control over our camera here when we stream live. All right. Hi, Claire. Good evening. Yeah, I missed it. So this journal I've worked on starting in November, and then, I didn't do art for a year and a half. Then I did a couple of stuff, a little bit for maybe a month in November, and then I stopped again. So we're picking up this book, or this is one of the ones that I'll be working on, and I want to finish. It's about halfway. It's just a regular composition book that I bought off Amazon. It's halfway filled. The other half, we've got Dali prints. If you want to see a little quick flip through, it's at the beginning of the video. Thank you so much, Jane. If you want to click join on my main YouTube channel, it's $2.99 a month for membership. We're gonna have membership Mondays. Thank you so much to the members that have filled out that little questionnaire I have. I'm just waiting for something to come in the mail. Hopefully it'll get here Tuesday. I thought it was going to get here on Monday, but Monday's a holiday, so that's not happening. So before I came on, I was listening to Sia. Everybody loves us some Sia. Over the years, we talk about Christy in chat. Welcome, by the way. Asked about gluing pages. So if you look at my recently, we flipped through the first composition book I ever used, and I glued 2 pages together every time. For the entire book, I sat down and glued 2 pages together. Sometimes 3 pages together. Sia the singer, yeah. Sia the singer. I was listening to Cheap Thrills. I'm also a big Sean Paul lover. I love me some Sean Paul. So I listen to anything with Sean Paul. I think it's the Torontonian connection, Jamaican. It's all. Anyways, so I love me some Sean Paul. And so Sia has her song Cheap Thrills with Sean Paul. So it's Saturday night, and we don't need any money. We're here to do some art. I know I'm right now. Oprah, I think Oprah is streaming with Iyanla Van Zandt or something. So she's coming for my brand. I'm competing with her right now. Coal. You want coal joystage? I still have them. But I do I wish, YouTube, you can't play. Ustream is a little bit more lenient on, you can play music in the background. Well, maybe they weren't either. Anyways, we can't. I would love to play the music, but I can't. My channel will be struck. My channel will be struck. But I do have YouTube Music. One thing, and I know my friends, you'll see, especially a lot of my videos, there are going to be multiple ads, right? It is what it is. If you see a video and you'll see all the ads at the bottom, especially some of my long ones, right? When you tell YouTube to run mid-roll ads, you don't know, until I go in there and actually you can place ads in specific spots if you want to, but I just clicked on mid-roll ads, so who knows? I could have 20 ads in there. It doesn't mean you're going to see every ad. If you see little yellow things, right? The bottom of it, if you log onto a longer video especially, and the video has 20 ads in it, I'm just exaggerating, say 20 ads. If you watch one of the ads, you're not going to see all 20 ads. So don't click off the video just because you're like, holy smoke, not just mine, any video. I'm talking any video in general, not just my videos. If you click on a video and you see all these ads, you're like, what the devil? That's just kind of like YouTube, they place it's like a little parking spot. That doesn't mean that Google or that an ad will be filled in that spot. Know what I mean, Vern? Plus, I also I have YouTube Premium, or it used to be called Red. I don't know, maybe it's still called Red. In Canada, I have YouTube Premium. It is the absolute. I love it. It is so worth the money. I especially love it because, for example, let's click on my own video here. My live that I'm on right now. Maybe not. No, I better not. Might shut me down. Anyways, you're able to minimize YouTube on on your phone and do other things while still listening or watching. And it also allows you to have YouTube Music where you can download. And I think YouTube in Canada, I think it's $15 a month. YouTube Premium, so worth it. So I don't see any ads at all anymore, and it's so worth it for me to have the YouTube Music. So this is the YouTube app. So you can go into the downloaded app. So, I haven't bought any music since I've had an iPod back in, I don't know, forever. But it's nice to have the downloads on the YouTube Music app. All right. But the fun thing is I can listen to the song, but then down here, there's a button for the lyrics. So they're all right, because we don't need any dollars to have fun tonight. So what I found, I have some of these. This is a play money from a learning set from the Dollarama. So I've got Canadian $5 bills, which is our lowest paper. Oh, it's not paper, it's plat. Our lowest denomination in bill form, anyways. And then a $20 American one. I think I might have gotten these in Vegas. Anyways. So these are fun little things. I think first I'm going to start. We need to spray them. I'm going to collage them into my journal. Again, I apologize for the autofocus, my friends. Less than 2 weeks. Less than 2 weeks. Ooh, I've got ideas for a series. Oh, my sweet goodness. I'm so excited. Let's see. I think I'll do 4. And then 4. I'm working on a nonstick mat. Thank you to my wonderful friend Laurel. It's a black one from the, what did you say, guys? Christmas tree shop? The premium is so worth it. I'm telling you, just to be, especially if you watch a lot of YouTube on your phone, or if you watch a lot of YouTube in general, right? So my YouTube, the money you spend to premium, goes to content creators that you watch, right? So it is kind of shared up, but to me, it's well worth the money. Maybe it's only $7.99 a month. I forget. Worth it for me anyway. And then there's obviously you can watch YouTube like series and all other stuff. And good night, Zandra. All right. So I think I'm just gonna spray these bad boys. Let's go back and look at my page that I started on. Again, I did this background. Oh, it's part of some when I was doing my crusty bit process on my jelly plate. So these are like the in between, just when I'm pulling paint off my plate in the in between layers. So that to me is like, I look at this and I'm like, oh, sweet goodness, this is a hot mess. Where am I going to go? So we have a little pink on here. This is medium magenta. Liquitex Basics is my guess. I have a little bit of, I don't know, dark or something. So literally when I was doing, I hate when people, I shouldn't say I hate when people say that. I've got to take it, I say it way too much. And I use it in the wrong context because it's not literal. Anyways, so what I did, just stamp my journal onto my jelly plate. Then I braided off some of this pink. So definitely hot mess. Let us see. So as I get back into my art routine and creating every day and, really enjoying art journaling again and mixed media in general, I like to use what is around me. I don't want to hem and haw. I have a lot of supplies and a lot of things I haven't used in a long time, right? But rather than being so rather than being so focused on finding the perfect supply, right? I've got to find the perfect color and the perfect stamp out of the thousands of stamps I have. Like, oh, I have to find this, but I mean, I'm not sure. I know I have stamps, that have some American bills on it and stuff, but I don't want to hinder myself or hinder my creativity when I'm first starting back into it, right? So I truly believe in using what I have and what's around me. So, dropping stuff. So I'm just going to turn around where my sprays, or some of my sprays are behind me, and I'm just going to take a few out. Oh, I've got Goldie Flakes in this drawer everywhere. What do we got? I'm just going to reach whatever paint, Well, maybe we don't want pesto. Maybe not pesto. Well, in this particular drawer, I've got some abstract paint. I don't know why that's in there with sprays. Not all my sprays, but with sprays. All right. This one's not even open. I guess we're going for a blue and orange type of theme today. Well, that's okay. It's contrasting colors. That's what we shall use. So I bought this abstract in Maryland at, okay, what is that store name? The Queen's Ink. That should have came to me faster. So this is Sennelier Abstract Paints. And I saw on Instagram, on Amazon, my friends. And like I said, I've been out of the art game for a little while, so I don't have, things that have come out in the last year and a half. I haven't been following. I've been following the beauty industry, so ask me about makeup. But in the last year and a half, 2 years, I don't know a lot of what's newer products coming out on the market. So I need to do a favor. After this video is uploaded, if you're watching the recording, leave a comment down below. What are some of your favorite supplies that have come out in the last year and a half to 2 years, right? So it's things like the Dina Wakley gloss sprays, stuff like that. I don't own, I don't have. I want to hear about those newer stuffs. What do I need? Enable me, my friends. Send me some links. Enable me. All right. These are just paper. So what I chose, we have old Adirondack Color Wash in Sailboat Blue. We have a brand new Distress Spray Stain in Blueprint Sketch. Not even open. How embarrassing. So you know how long. Anyway, we won't go there. We won't go there right now. You guys know. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The past doesn't matter. What matters right now and going forward. Pan pastels. Pan pastels are some of your favorite. I did buy some pan pastels. I first heard about pan pastels from Tisha Moore. Tisha Moore, back in the, I don't know, a long time ago, she told us to get, she was using them for like outlining her pages, not outlining, but kind of adding shadow and stuff. So for some reason, I only bought black, red, and blue. Black, red, and blue. So, but then, Kathy Arbor a few years ago got them and enabled me. So I bought those bad boys, 3 or 4 years ago now. I have a portrait. I have the portrait set. One thing about pan pastels, I would love to know, my friends, why are the trays so expensive? So, I mean, I can understand the pan pastels, super expensive, worth it, lasts forever, worth it, super high quality, super pigmented, whatever. But the storage trays, oh my gosh, like it's like $20 for one like plastic tray. Like what the devil is going on with that? All right, we also have abandoned coral, and I had some washi tape. I haven't used this. I must have had this the last time I took a trip to Maryland, and I have not been in the States for almost 3 years. So, Queen Pam likes zinc ice. I don't have anything zinc. I gotta write this down. Zinc. I don't think I own anything from that company. Like I said, I just found out about Stampera. Stampera? I don't know. I have to figure out how it's pronounced. I would like the palettes for the pan pastels, but sweet goodness. You can buy like 4 more pan pastels or more for the price of the tray. I mean, they were awesome, but I'm just like, it's plastic, my friends. Why is it so expensive? I can understand the tools are expensive. That makes sense to me too, but it's a piece of plastic. Seth Apter's working with zinc. Awesome. Well, Joyceage, we can be newbies together. So I'm going to use some old Adirondack. I think I'll do the darker blue first. Blueprint sketch. I'm spraying from all the way up here. Try not to get it into my... So, now that I'm doing this, I'm thinking to myself, wait a second. I'm spraying these, but these are not permanent sprays. So, have a wonderful evening, Rez. Thank you for being here. I've been streaming live. Today was day number 13 in the mornings or early afternoons. And I'll be streaming every Saturday night. Stencil Saturday. Oh, so what I was saying, and I might have to, it's a good thing I have some extras over here. What I was saying, these aren't permanent sprays. So once I start out, look at, okay. So this is how not to do stream. No. When I add them in with my matte medium or whatever glue you're going to use, this is going to move around all over the place. That wasn't a very smart. Paula. All right. Some of my favorite streams are how not to, and like I said, there's so much blue on these bad boys, we might not be able to. Making a mess. I'm going to get my journal. One of my leftover journals here just happens to be my Lush journal I made out of Lush paper bags. So we might have to restart this whole thing. Well, it's a good thing I still have some of the other ones. So this could be a hot mess. Could work out. May not. Absolutely, Joyceage. Absolutely. But you know me, I'm a researcher too. So a lot of these new products that are on, I like to compare them to things that I've had for 20 years to see the difference. So the Canadian dollar bills, you can't see a thing. The American ones kind of stayed. Well, they're not dollar bills. $5 bills, y'all. He gun. When things go wrong is when things get exciting over around these parts. That's right, Carol. But like I said, when I get my new computer, I'm gonna be able to do recorded videos, edited videos. Excited. I've already been learning and researching and watching videos on editing in iMovie. I have 3 series that I'm working on. So as I continue to, get back into streaming and this art stuff again, definitely I will be streaming Wednesday and Saturday nights, the same times I used to stream years ago. And then that last Monday of every month, we'll have the members only Monday streams. And I guess I said, as I get more, we're going to have more members only streams. And I am going to be releasing. So if I stream 2 or 3 times live every week, and I'm talking about nighttime, like later at night streams, not my daily in the morning art and chat type shows. But I have series that I'll be putting out. So if on a day, like for example, if I stream Stencil Saturday, I have a series that I'll be starting on Fridays that will be recorded videos, half an hour or less. Joyceage has 24 areas she saves for. Do you mean in your savings? Hi, Joyce. Welcome, my friend. In your savings, you have categories, 24 categories. I do like the envelope. I do the envelope budgeting system. I don't know if you guys know, and that's one thing I like about the Happy Planners, that with those plastic, and he puts something in my hand, I'm pointing with it. What I like about those Happy Planner envelopes, you have the envelope system, because no matter how much money I make or have or whatever, I spend it all. So I've got to save first, right, and put it in the envelope for the rent and this and this and this, and then I have the separate envelopes for the cash for you know other stuff. But with me not working, like the money I'm saving by not working is unbelievable. I'm saving $50 a month, or excuse me, a week. $50 a week, just at least. That's if I worked 5 days a week. $50 in cab rides alone every day. Every day I had to take a cab. I walked to work, but because I worked late, I worked afternoons, evening shift. I never felt safe walking home after 11. Eating at work. I mean, I'm saving $80 just that. Never mind. Simon too. Simon's he works downtown, so it's around $400 a month to go on the GO train downtown. I think it's either 380 or 480 a month. I forget. All right, so I just want to make sure these are dry before I bust out them. Well, I guess I'll have to bust out some gel medium. Wow. Let us see. It may be interesting, my friends, when we add some gel medium. All right, let me get my. Excuse me while I reach over here. I just grab them the first thing I get. I usually like to use my TriArt, or I have in the past. I like to use TriArt as a Canadian art supply company, and they sell the gel medium or matte medium. I'm just going to use the golden first one I see, just because the Tri-Art, because it's made in Canada, it's a Canadian company. It's a little bit more, a lot more economical than the golden. But you know, we all love the golden, so I just need to get a brush to use with the matte medium. We're just going to push this down. Who knows? We're making a mess and enjoying it. Let's see. Ooh, Whippy Carol has an envelope for a retreat in October. It does add up over time. The little bits. You know, I also, well, not now because I haven't been leaving the house or going out, but before I would save, like in Canada, our $5 bills, right, is the highest denomination in current paper money anyway. Bills. Shouldn't say paper. Bills. So, sweet goodness, I need a baggie. So if I use a 5, right, whatever I buy, I would always keep the toonies, all the change, right? So toonies, loonies, and I don't know if I can open this, my friends. But saving money, like saving my change, especially in Canada when you have the toonies and loonies, let me tell you, that adds up fast, my friends. I may never be able to open this. I have not used this in a long year. I mean, it sometimes it's hard to open if you haven't used it in a couple days. Never mind a couple years. All right, we're gonna have to worry about that later. Let us see. Is the Liquitex? We have Liquitex matte medium. This is a Liquitex professional matte medium, fluid medium, and it's in a pop top, so at least we know we can get it open. I'm gonna have to fight that later, my friends. Just gonna put it on my non-stick mat. Get a cheap brush. So, Adirondack sprays and distress distress spray stains. Why does that have to be such a tongue twister? How much is a loonie and a toonie? So a loonie is $1. We call it a loonie in Canada because it has a loon on it. So it's called a loonie. And then a few years later, however, I don't know how many years to be honest. However many years later the toonie came out, they called it a toonie, like TWO, like two loonies. I don't know if I'm liking that, my friends, but we're gonna do it anyways. Because we don't need no dollar bills to have fun tonight. Now, Sia's a big Survivor fan. So if you remember, do you remember, who remembers that one finale, the first finale that she came and surprised, that one guy. What was his name? Razor Frazen. A few years ago, the one that had the chicken, and he was saving the chicken. Was his name Ty? Anyways, Sia. I haven't watched this season yet, but I do hear a rumor that Boston Rob is on it, so I've got to binge watch that. So actually, the spray's not moving around too much. Yeah, so if you spend a $5 bill, if you have a $5 bill, and say I buy like a coffee at work or whatever, which is $2, then automatically I'm saving $3 just by saving your change. My dad, that's one thing my dad always did. Always saved well before we had loonies and toonies. Adds up. Especially for somebody like me that likes to spend, right? The envelope method. For those of us who like to spend every penny they have, the envelope method works. The envelope method works. Because then you take the savings off the top, you take your bills off the top, and then, you know, what you have left is what's in the envelope, and that's it. Can't really see the Canadian, that obviously the paper was different than whatever cheaper paper this was. But we're gonna add more layers on this, so we're just building up the hot mess over here. I do have and I haven't found it yet. For the giveaway, for the rack, I'll find them. But I do have napkins. I do have napkins that have, I think, the Canadian $100 bills on them. $100 bills, y'all. That would have been fun for this. Oh, I bet you. Where would that be? This blue is moving around a little bit on the thing. So if you want to collage down anything that has any sprays on it, just make sure that you're using a permanent spray, or that you don't care if the stuff has moved around. All right, just move this, make sure everything is glued down. Can't see too much. It's a muddy mess, but that's okay. It'll peek through. It'll peek through the other layers of paint we put on afterwards. So again, I bought these baby Ganix baby wipes. Baby Ganix. So let's see how they work. Take a sniff test. Ooh. Okay. It smells like the hospital. They're supposed to be fragrance free, so it just smells a little bit like chemicals. Non-allergenic, pediatrician and dermatologist tested, formulated with plant-derived ingredients. What's in it, my friends? Does it say anything? With a seed oil blend. So there's oils in here. Water, glycerin, triglyceride, olive oil. So the 30 ingredients is olive oil. So that could be interesting. But my Huggies must have some type of oil in them too. All right, let me look up. Welcome, Radiant Race. Oh, I can't remember your name. It looks familiar. We had a $2 bill. I still have one saved. But they got rid of the $2 bill well before Toonies came out, if I remember correctly. Like, I think they just got anyway. And then, of course, Canada doesn't have pennies anymore. Heat gun. I mean, I have a lot of pennies, but we don't make them anymore. That's the thing. They have digi stuff. Buying digi stuff is awesome, but then you've got to worry about printing it out. Ink and for somebody like me who doesn't have an office or whatever, that I don't have, my printer is not always hooked up. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, but it's better to use tap now anyways, so. I mean, I haven't left the house, so everything I've been buying is online. This is going to take a while to dry. So I had some hang off the page a little bit over here. I'm not going to fully dry it because I know. We need to, I'm going to add the $20, the American ones showed up. Oh, well, I'm going to take the Canadian. Laurier, Sir Wilfrid Laurier. Yeah, put this. I'm just going to glue on a couple of them, overlap a few. Maybe I'll go right through that. I'm going to add an entire layer of paint over this, my friends. So we may not be able to see any of these pieces in the end. Don't you? Joystick has a laser printer, a colored one. Awesome. There are some absolutely amazing collage packs and digi downloads of printables. Absolutely. I'm just going to put 3 on here that don't have any spray on them. Hot Mess Express over here. Need a little bit more. Again, my apologies for my camera auto-focusing. A few more weeks, my friends. It'll be fixed. One more. You can always find the funnest of things at the Dollarama or Dollar Tree or whatever you got going on. I should have kept the change that came with this set to help my people at work learn how to hand out proper change. Oh my goodness. One thing working in that I learned a couple things. One thing super sad that I weren't. They do not teach. I don't know about anywhere else, but in Canada they do not teach handwriting anymore. Script. They do not teach it. It's becoming a lost art. I also learned that a lot of kids do not know how to tell time unless it's a digital clock. One thing about Tim Hortons is that our coffee is always fresh, and it is. If I'm running the show, my friends, it's fresh. The coffee is fresh. We dump it after 20 minutes. So the clock on the wall. So you say to them, okay, what's the time on the clock? You got to write 20 minutes on the pot, and they're like, I don't know how to read the clock. I'm like, what? You're 17 years old and you can't tell time? Like, because I guess they're only analog or digital, right? So, like literally, we had to go and buy digital clocks because they couldn't read the regular clock. I don't know if you're not teaching it in school or like the hands of a clock, my friends. People do not know how to. I'm like, it's 5 to noon. Like there, you say quarter after. Oh my sweet. I'm like, okay, go for break at quarter after 1. What? Quarter after quarter? 1/4, 15 minutes past. Oh boy. But don't get me wrong, I love my students and the ones I worked with, and some of them may be watching right now. But I always thought that that was interesting. I'm just wiping off my non-stick mat as we go. But I was really sad about the script. When I found out that they don't teach handwriting script in school, only printing. Heat gun. This is gonna need a good heating now. Yeah, see, change your tell time. Exactly. So when I'm trying to teach these kids at work, like basic change counting. So if you have something that costs $1, 35, right? And not I was expecting too much to ask them to know the quick change, like to 35 cents, right? To be able to say that you owe them 65 cents back. That's a little too much. But at least to be able to count 65 cents. So when you work in retail, right? Well, I should be talking heating and talking at the same time. Heat gun. But it'd be like 65 cents. They're counting out 6 dimes and a nickel. I'm like, my friend, 2 quarters and a dime. Like, Count it out in your head. 25 cents, 50 cents, 10, 60 cents, the nickel. Ha, Patty! The page is worth over $1,000. No, 20, 20. Well, Canadian money, that's $5. That's only worth about $4. Hey, God. Good to see you, my friend. I enjoyed your stream last night. Patty Tolly Parrish here on YouTube was doing some jelly plating and collaging. You know what I wanted to ask you last night, Patty? Did you ever finish your little collage book? Last night, Patty was working in a bigger collage book. But remember the first one? You just had that little sketchbook this size that you were just starting back in November? I was thinking the other day, because you brought out that new one last night or the night before. Was it last night? So I was wondering if you finished that little guy. Because she does her beautiful collages in books now. That's true too, Lucy. But I mean, I grew up in school learning how to count change. I mean, we had workbooks like, I don't know. But I guess now, I mean, it's different, right? Back then, we didn't have tap, like, debit cards or just holding your card out. Or now, forget cards, it's your phone or your Apple Watch, right? You're just holding your phone out to electronically pay. So I guess I shouldn't have to expect my 16-year-old students to know how to count out 55 cents without giving them 5 dimes and a nickel. Oh. Oh no, gluing pages together. You didn't finish it, but you like working in a bigger format. Awesome. Thank you. So that was a really thick layer. Oh man, we could be making. Man, I'm tempted to just put gesso all over this, my friends. And I think I shall. Make sure this is dry. John is bugging Joyceage. Oh. There's a lot of matte medium on this. I'm so coffee while I'm out. I do not like, so, you know me, I've said over the years, maybe you don't know, maybe you're new to my channel and you didn't follow me, 8 to 10 years ago. I believe in working through the uglies, and we're definitely at that ugly spot stage right now. See what I mean? Me and this French press, it's not so good. I need a Keurig. I need a coffee maker. I don't know if I'll buy a Keurig or just get like one with a timer. But all right, I'm just gonna bust out my gesso. That was my funny bone. Not so funny. My favorite gesso, De La Rowney. One of my favorites, I suppose. Nice and smooth. Boy, there's a big, you can't even call this paint bugger. That's like paint. It's solid, my friends, is what it is. All right. Ooh. So I don't know. This is looking like a sweet, loving, hot mess. So we're just going to cover it all up. I'm never afraid, my friends, to cover up anything that I've worked on. How am I gonna? I don't know. Sometimes I'm not worried to ever mess something up. It's just paper. It's just paint. I surely have at least another 50 comp books. You know, if it doesn't work out, not a big deal. We will be able to see some of the layers underneath. Don't get me wrong. Once I wipe some of this back, I'm leaving some areas thick. And the flip top on the De La Rowney is good. I don't know if Walmart still sells it, my friends. I don't know. I don't know. I haven't bought it in so long. Well, you know me. I haven't done much art in so long. Well, these baby wipes are juicy. I can tell you that. All right. I'm just gonna get the I'm gonna have to think of not a new name for the technique. Don't send me any hate mail, my friends. A nickname for the dendritic technique, because I can't pronounce it. No matter how many times you dendric, I just call it simple gesso texture. So I'm just closing and opening my book to create those peaks and valleys of the texture. Dendric, D-E-N, dendritic. Ooh, Shauna's helping me out here. Shauna Musin here on YouTube. Dendritic. Dendritic. Now that you put that space in between, let me write that down. Kiss Prince. That's a good one, Jane. That's easier to say. But dendritic. Dendritic. Does that sound right? Dendritic. Dendritic. And it would dendritic. Dendritic. Welcome to the How Not to Speak English YouTube channel. You know what? Before that, so I have a little texture. I'll hold this up to the camera. So the dendritic texture. Did I pronounce that right? Dendritic texture. Yeah, their baby wipes are harder to find, so I had to order off Amazon, and the Huggies weren't in stock. I had to buy a different dendritic. I did. I bought an off-brand. Bought Baby Ganix, 401. I've got to go to the good old Shoppers Drug Mart this week sometime though. I need me some products. Keep them. Nope. Before I said I was going to wipe some back. So let me get whatever stencil. Dropping things. I'm gonna just choose some random stencil. And here, let us see. Miss PTP is in the chat, so PTP is what I call Patty Tolly Parish. She has stencils over at istencils.com. Just look for Patty Tolly Parish. If I'm not quick on choosing a stencil, my gesso is going to be so dry I'm not going to be able to wipe back through it. I shouldn't be looking for a specific stencil. That's my problem. I'm supposed to be just picking whatever stencil, and here I am like, oh, I want to use this one. So we'll use one of my arrow ones. One of Patty's arrow stencil chevrons. So I'm not going to be very precise with this. I'm just using the baby wipe that was on the table here. Wipe back. So we're going to get some of the texture back in. I'm going to get a new one. And I have a full layer of matte medium down over this gesso, so we should easily be able to wipe back the gesso through this. Obviously, the longer you wait for the paint to dry, you know, I've been teaching this technique for a very long time, and even still, you can watch numerous people do it, right? But really, you have to practice yourself because it's there are so many variables. My biggest tips I've always say, when you're using your baby wipe, flip it around, flip to a clean spot. Hard to see when I'm using white, but you can kind of see me flipping it as I'm going through the stencil here. But really, it's practice, guys, because it depends on the paint you're using, what you had underneath it, how much humidity is in the air. Because sometimes if you live in a super dry climate, your open time before your paint completely dries is not very long. It could be quicker than mine if I'm here over in Toronto at 80 something percent humidity or 100% humidity on some days. So all of that really does matter, and sometimes you just have to practice in your own art journals, because figuring out how long to wait before you wipe back paint. If you wait too long, you're not going to get it off, or you're going to be, put your back into it, my friends, as I like to say. But if you do it so quickly, then you might wipe it all off, if that makes sense. But maybe that's your goal. So that I'm liking this better now. I'm liking it a lot. Always a good, again, Patty Tully Parrish stencil. She's got lots of new designs, my friends. The ones I have are good. What, Patty? Patty's been designing stencils for what, 4 years now? 5 maybe? A long time. I love her stencils, especially, our favorite, everybody's favorite pictographs, and I believe she has some new pictographs. Maybe Jane can throw a link up in the chat. I am taking applications for mods. Let me see if I can find one of the pictographs right off the top. But, when you're talking about imagery and mark making and all that, here's the small pic, one of the smaller ones. Love. These are Patty's own designs. Her own little pictograph. Love it. 6+. It's been a while, Patty. Absolutely. 5 for sure. 5 for sure. He done. And yet, at iCensus.com, under the Patty Tully Parrish section, you can find our good friend Joan Smithy stencils as well. Patty has a I have the dendritic texture on my hands. I like the way this is going now. I mean, we have a lot more layers to add on it, but it's looking a little better. It doesn't look as much of a hot mess. Oh, thank you so much, Jane. Thank you so much. Everybody click on that link. My friends, if you're watching the recording, and it takes a little bit once the video is rendered or whatnot, my lives and my live chat, if it's not a membership chat, which we haven't had one yet, or members only chat, the lives will be up, and you're able, if you look on your little, you click on the video, it says live chat, you can click on that and see what everybody's saying. So if we're talking about links, like for example, if you're watching this and you don't see the link in my description box, just hit that live chat button underneath the video, and you'll be able to pull up the recorded live chat, and you'll be able to pull links and everything from the recorded live chat. So I always like, if I'm watching somebody's live, I like to watch the chat as well. I like to see who's chatting, see what there's always fun things in the chat, whether there's jokes or you're learning something, or enabling links. Probably the most links. He can. And iStencils is an absolutely huge site, but definitely first check out Patty's Stencils and Jones. so much, Margie. I mean, it completely, like, it went from a hot mess to like, oh, that's actually, yeah, I can, yeah, that's good. It's a little bit of layer of gesso, and I'm liking it. Hikan. So if you just joined us, one of my favorite songs is Cheap Thrills by Sia. And, going back through my very first art journals um, the other day, that video is up if you want to watch that. I use song lyrics or titles of songs all the time from very first. And, why did I stop that? So it's Saturday night. So I was inspired by Cheap Thrills by Sia. No, Jane, that was fast. That was fast with the. Thank you so much. So even though there's some of those first $5 bills we laid down there, and that's what I like when I do all my layers. Maybe you're not going to see some of the layers underneath, and maybe if you look super close, you can see like Laurier peeking through, barely. So we've got texture. You can see the pink from the jelly plate original. We've completely almost lost the original print that had my stencils, my Coffee Please stencil from Stencil Girl. Can't see that anymore, but very important though that this layer is dry before I add any layers on. If this layer isn't dry, you add a few more layers of paint. Next thing you know, the middle layers, if they're not completely dry, they'll start bubbling up, and bad news, my friend. So he gone. iStencils is a great company. I mean, shipment, they cut your order. So does Stencil Girl products. They cut your order when it's made, when it's placed, I should say. Super fast shipping. Absolutely great company. And good quality, like I just said. And a lot of Patty's designs, for example, like I love the Patty Tully Parish designs because, this chevron or pictographs or her geometric, the right word. Her patterns are, pretty versatile for like type of. Oh, my favorite arrows, which is not really called arrows. As you can see, these are well loved, well loved, well loved. And Patty made them for the these particular sizes for the 8x10 jelly plate. Then a little smaller. She has round ones. Go check them out, my friends. Awesome, awesome. Can't go wrong. All right. So it's completely dry. Sorry, again, my apologies for the autofocus. All right. This is where I need to drink some coffee, Paula, but I don't have any coffee left, so it will be iced tea. My apologies for the camera autofocusing. I like that pink coming through. So I just have to decide. Again, I'm using the YouTube music. So I have YouTube Premium, and this is on the YouTube Music app that you can look at. You can download songs so that you can listen to them offline, and then there is a lyrics section, so you can look at the lyrics if you want. So I don't need no. I added the no in there. So the lyrics actually says, "Baby, I don't need dollar bills to have fun tonight. I love cheap thrills." But I say, baby, I don't need no dollar bills, which is bad grammar. Who learned me how to spoke? I don't need no dollar. I wonder if the Sean Paul version has the no in there. But I don't need no dollar bills to have fun tonight. I love cheap thrills. So, do we want to just write "I love cheap thrills"? Or as long as I can feel the beat. I don't need. I'm not gonna sing. Drink some. Not allowed. I wish I could play the song, but copyright issues and stuff. Mm. All right, Patty's saying that save your pennies and get a wish list going. In the next several weeks, she'll have a new sale. So wait to buy. She's giving us a little thing. Get your wish list, save your monies, and she have a little. Patty has the best. Ice Stencils has a awesome sales. You have a percentage off, and then they usually always have a whether it's Joan or Patty, whatever release they got going on, they always have some special stencil that's part of it. So yeah, definitely check for the price. Wait for that. So I'm looking at the inks that I've got going on. But I think we want to, not want, I think I am. I'm going to add some of this light blue paint. Abstract. I mean, look at how old it's gone yellow. That I don't remember it being that color. Do you? It's a few years old. Anyway, this one happens to be the color Sennelier Abstract Paint in Azure Blue. Dang it. Oh, the last sale that Patty had was 33% off. And I didn't want to say a percentage. It used to be 25. So I didn't want to announce the percentage just in case it wasn't 25. But 33? That's awesome. So I'm just going to put a little bit. I wonder, I bought the tips that went with these while I was at the Queen's Ink. Where would those be? I don't know. I can't wait to use up my stuff, my friends. I am so happy. I feel so good being back. Like I said, I felt more hopeful. I felt hope for the first time in over 3 years. So, like I said, I know back in November after I was in the hospital the first time and I came and I thought I was ready. I wasn't, my friends. I wasn't. Mentally, I wasn't ready. And, but I have spent since then, since November, even though I've been away and offline or whatever, I've been brainstorming. I have been preparing. Excuse my arm. Reach over here. So that when I did make my YouTube comeback, that I would be set up for success already, right? So I've got lots of good things. So I'm just gonna, I don't know, why am I doing that? We're just gonna put some of this blue paint. So well, maybe it's not obvious to you guys. I bought this paint when I was in Maryland. What was that, 3 years ago? I haven't been in the US since 2017, I think, or 17, maybe. A long time anyway. So that's when I would have bought it at the Queen's Ink. If you're anywhere near Baltimore, Maryland, that's an awesome store. I first went there with Laurel on one of our road trips from Virginia to Pittsburgh that one year. And then I was able to go when we were in Maryland with the PTP Art Retreat, Peeps. And that's where I bought this one. And like I said, I bought the tips, but no idea where those would be. Maybe this week when I clean up a little bit more, I'll find the tips. So sometimes, depending on the look that I want, so, you saw me add some paint last Saturday for Stencil Saturday, but I used a hotel key card or a old credit card or gift card. Boy, these might be a little too juicy. Look, I'm just moving stuff around. I need a paper towel. Like I'm telling you, like that year that we sold out the Queen's. Well, our art group was sold at the Queen's Ink on a good day, anyways. But man, we were fighting over the Sennelier paints that year. Right, not really fighting, but we all wanted it. So as I was mentioning before about wiping back paint, right? This is what I mean. So right now we have student grade Sennelier. I would classify. I don't know if they would call it an artist grade paint or not. I don't know. To me, it reminds me of Liquitex Basics, which is why I'm going to call it a student grade paint. So as I was saying, when you think about wiping paint back or when you're adding layers, right? It's all about practice and timing. And depending on your environment, your timing may be different than my timing over here. So for example, right now, I could wipe this back and I could completely wipe it right off. But I don't want to completely wipe it right off. I want it, a little distressed looking, a little rough looking. So I have to wait a little bit. Now, if I wait too long, I won't be able to wipe it off at all. So that's where it takes some practice. So I could go in with a smaller stencil right now. Maybe I'll do that. Instead of that, I'll go in with a stencil that has a smaller design or a more. My apologies if you can hear Simon choking out there. I don't know what he's choking on. Let us see. A more tightly woven pattern is the right word. Tightly woven pattern. Let's see. Oh well, we'll just take whatever. This is a Mary Beth Shaw stencil from Stencil Girl Products. One of her original ones. Again, flip your baby wipe. I don't know about these baby wipes. You don't need. Well, they're not bad. They're better than the Dollarama ones. They're not bad. So I was just thinking, so now in my head, all I'm doing is singing Cheap Thrills in my head. I don't know about you guys. I got the earworm, so I'm just thinking. So when she says it's Saturday night, I don't need no money as long as I can feel the beat. Is that how she says? Baby, I don't need no dollar bills to have fun tonight. I love Cheap Thrills, but I don't need no money as long as I can feel the beat. I don't need no money as long as I keep dancing. I don't need no money as long as I can stream. I think that's what I might do. And I won't. If I could sing, I would say it. In You'll just have to do the research yourself and listen to the Sia song. Should I check on Simon? Let's see. Everything okay out there?
Yep. Wow, what's up?
I don't know. We heard you choking, so we wanted to make sure you're okay. Nope. He's good. This stencil is fun by Mary Beth Shaw. Stencil Girl Products. Let me see. Is there a number on it? You search by over on Stencil Girl Products as the same as istencils.com. Stencilgirlproducts.com. The stencils are arranged by artist, designer. So this one happens to be Mary Beth Shaw. And it's an older one. I don't see. There is no number on it. So I want to find as clean of a spot as I can find. Now I've been talking, so I gotta put my back into it. Again, important. So when your baby wipe gets to this point, right? You need, depending on what you're doing, but I suggest you get a new one or a different one, or else you're just moving the blue paint around. Well, in this case, it's blue, but you're moving the paint or whatever you're wiping off around rather than picking it up. And sometimes that can make your page look very muddy. So, let's see. I'm liking the way that looks. Definitely the paint is drying now, so it's much harder for me to wipe back. And I bet you there's gesso on this baby wipe. It's been a while since my hands have been this dirty. Yeah, exactly, Carrie Ann. Canadian dollar is back to like 75 cents or something, or 80 cents. I don't look at the one. I don't need no. I can't sing. You want to talk about losing subscribers? All I have to do is start singing, and it'll be. Thank you so much for everybody being here tonight. I hope you're enjoying. So, in my process, I've got a couple layers of paint. We've got some collage. So I have how many layers, Joyceage? I've already done a good 3 or 4 layers on these pages, so it's time for some stamping. Now, dancing money. I'm going to look at my stamps for the ones I have closest to me. I think the main title is just going to be I Love Cheap Thrills. And then maybe at the bottom will be like, as long as I can stream instead of dancing. Come on, turn the radio on, son. The animal kingdom. I've got the earworm and I can't get it out, and that's worse. I'll be singing live on camera. Ew. Let's see. I just took out a handful of some of my. Oh, I have some of those Bow Bunny stick stamps. We'll have to use those. That's the first things that the ones I reached. Ooh, look at some of these Tim Holtz ones. They look like they're Ooh, when sometimes polymer stamps get super gummy, like I don't know how to explain. All right, let us see. Use what's around me. These are some of my favorite stamps. I think you can still Amazon Canada anyway. You still might be able to find some of these older Bow Bunny stamps from 2013. Maybe not, but I like them because they have some fun texture. Oh, this one. Oh, there's 2 on there. The one with the coffee, and then the one corrugated. I might use that particular stamp in the end, but let's see. What else do I got over here? Do I have over here? Sweet goodness, my grammar sucks. Trying not to cause a crack-a-lanch. Well, let's just see what's in my little one. I haven't looked at this in a while. There's a circle. Ooh, look. Oh, that reminds me, we can use my hand carved tape, my hand carved cassette tape stamp. I have this little radio, and I have a hand carved stamp, which is right beside me because I cleaned that up the other day. Or I organized where my stamps are. Happy meter, I need that. Some old Prima stamps. I think they were Prima. All right, let me see. Remember, in this. Oh, thank you, Joyceage. What time is it? Yes, we should, because it's been 2 hours. Another 10 minutes, we'll do a giveaway. My hand carved stamps. I did this many years ago. I did one of the first things I carved. What else I got in here? Coffee cup. my face here. People still watch that video, that stamp carving one. So old. Yeah, I'm going to use that tape. I'm going to use this one first. The set tape on the back. Because I always carve. This was the red rubber or the pink rubber from Speedball. And I always carved both sides. Because I was cheap like that. So we need a darker color so it shows up. Do I want to go in for the pink or a darker blue? I think I'll put in a darker blue. I'll just use what's around me. So we have the Archival Cobalt ink pad. I do have a few different carving tools. I have one that looks like this Speedball, and then the original one that has all the extra tips in here. Ooh, some of those are rusty. I've had this for a long time. I need to be cleaned. Anyway, let us stamp our tape. And the fun thing about hand carved stamps is, I mean, they look, well, I shouldn't say that. My hand carved stamps definitely looked hand carved anyway. So if you don't get a perfect image, it's all good. I'll stamp some of those. You know, I believe when you're art journaling, you've got to do, I mean, yes, a lot of us, we like to follow trends. We want to try different techniques or whatever, but you also have to do what you enjoy, right? What do you like looking at? What do you like to use? So for me, I'm been a stamper probably before anything, before any scrapbooking or anything like that. So stamping will always be part of my art journaling or mixed media process, always, because I love it. You got to do what you like to look at. So we're just creating a background, just randomly making sure hanging some of them off the page. All right. I guess we shall have to do the giveaways with. Let me take a. Yeah, I've got the orange, Margine. I'm definitely the orange. I'm going to save for the very top layer. The very, well, you know, it's a contrasting color, so I usually like to add the contrast at the very end. Especially with orange and yellows, they're a tricky business because a lot of orange paint can be translucent. I might have to bust out one of my oranges from the Dilutions. Thank you, Jane. Some stampage. I know Dee Dee still does the giveaways with the 1 of 100 or whatever, and entering numbers in the chat. I'm assuming that's the only way. I know of other websites that we can do giveaways, like on recorded videos where you comment below and then you can pick a winner. There's websites where you can that have I forget what it's called, where it will sort through your comments for you, so that, you know, if there's duplicate comments and stuff like that, it'll just randomly pick a comment from your comment section. But we're gonna have to do the giveaway through the chat today until we think of a better way. What we're gonna do, and this is just a little giveaway, my friends. Every day, when I stream at night on Stencil Saturdays and on Wednesdays. Wednesday, we don't know if we do a book club yet. I used to call Wednesdays Woodless Wednesday all the time, which just meant that we would use a lot of water soluble stuff, but we didn't use pencils or whatnot. But I might change what theme or what we do on Wednesdays. But twice a week, when I stream live, an actual page or whatever, I'm going to do a little giveaway, and it's just going to be a little envelope like this that I could put $1 stamp on to go to the States. I'll put in a couple of whatever I'm working on, a couple of collage goodies, just a little rack, little bits and pieces that I may have used during the page, collage elements, whatnot. And it doesn't everybody want some Dollarama Canadian $5 bills? That's probably what it's worth. He gone. Ricky says when he sees cassettes and dollars, he's thinking of the song Money. Well, there's so many Money songs. I mean, one of my favorite ones, like Cyndi Lauper, Money Changes Everything, Pet Shop Boys. Pet Shop Boys has a few good, or Money, Money, Money by the Mamas and Papas or ABBA. Always get them confused. I wish I could show you my playlist. I wish we could play. I listed some eclectic stuff. We'd be busting out the Mamas and Papas. Monday, Monday. We would be singing. I just don't listen to like pop stuff or whatever. I've got ABBA, Gold on there. I love me some '80s music, of course reggae, reggaeton and that. But he can. I love me some ABBA and Mamas and Papas. Money, money, money must be coming in a rich man's world. I'm gonna lose every viewer I have. If I had a little money, must be funny in a rich man's world. But I Pet Shop Boys are my biggest thing. I love the Pet Shop Boys. So their song "Let's Make Lots of Money." I've got the brains, you've got the looks. Let's make lots of money. I've got the brawn, you've got the. I forget the rest. I love me some Pet Shop Boys. And I know I can't sing. I can't. But I do anyways. I do anyways. Oh, this one time, my friend. So when I worked at the one store that I would close, right? And there was times at night that I'd be working alone. And we had a drive-through and front. So if I was working the drive-through, well, it was just me, so I was working both. But anyways, so I'd have sometimes when you have your headset on, the headset, and I'm just getting ready for the drive-through, my friends. So I'm gonna bring up drive-through, the giveaway, bring up random.org. So here I am listening. My hands. I'm in the. It was about we closed at 9, so and then I have a lot of work to do after to close the store. But so here I am in like elbows deep doing the dishes or doing some dishes, listening to YouTube Premium in the back, right? And my headset was on. So headset, the ones that we use in drive-through anyways, right? Your headset can be on or off, right? So when it's on, it means that as soon as a car pulls up, then they will hear what you're saying, right? It's just quicker, so you're not always touching your headset, turning it on and off and on and off if somebody comes up through the drive-through, right? So I didn't know my headset was on. Here I'm singing, like I'm talking almost top of my lungs. It's like 10 minutes to close, no cars. This is before COVID-19. And I was just like singing Forever Young. Like I did, like Forever Young, and all I hear is beep. And I was like, so the car rolls up, and all they hear me singing is Forever Young. That poor guy, he must have laughed probably 30 seconds. He thought that was the funniest thing. I'm like, oh sweet goodness. And I mean, you think I'm funny here? I'm the same way over the speaker, right? I really, no matter what job I'm doing, whether it's a super high profile corporate job like I used to do, or working minimum wage at the drive through window, to put everything into my job. So, I always, oh sweet. And let me tell you, my friend, I mean, at the top of my lungs, like the old Forever, not even the '80s Forever. Like I mean, like Forever Young, and the guys be, oh boy, yeah, not so good. All right. So how many people we've got going on? We have 76 in the chat right now. So if you have not logged in, I suggest you log. Hi, Melita. Good to see you, my friend. So my apologies for my singing, but it doesn't matter if you can sing or not. I'm going to do it anyway. All right. So we have 75 people in here. We'll wait for a couple people. I'm going to take a break while everybody's filing their numbers in chat. I'll be gone for 4 minutes. Give everybody time to enter their number. We're only going to do one number and one number only, between 1 and 100. There's 76 people here. We better do 1 to 150, eh? Pink Floyd that sings the song Money. Which one? But there's so many different Money songs. But I've got the brain. If you like Pet Shop Boys. All right. It's okay, Carrie. Like international it's letter mail, right? That's why I can send it like this. I even have prepaid stamps already. So I know you're Carrie Ann, I can't remember. UK, Australia, right? You're in Australia? Like it'll cost me under $3 to send this. It's only like $1.10 to the US, less than that to Canada. So it's not like I said, it's just a little goodies. When I was sending them in these envelopes, any of you that have gotten, something fun from me from the past, it was literally 90 cents. And that was a couple years ago. So my guess is going to be $1 to the US or $1.10. Not so I can definitely don't worry about that, my friends. I mean, it's different if I was giving away a book or something, then we would have to worry about postage for international. But um, for a little letter mail envelope like that, I'm happy to send international. Hi, Linda. Hi, Suzanne. Hi, Quilty. Why can't I remember the name again? Usually you have to tell me twice. All right. So I'm going to take a quick break. When I type go in the chat, I'm going to put in one number between 1 and 150. I'm going to come back, enter it into randomorg.net. We're only the first person closest to the number without going over wins. Only one number in the chat. You know the rules. This week I need to make signs, my friends. We need to bust out the jelly plate and start making some signs. Although when I get to my new computer, I'll be running OBS, so I'll be fancy like Gene and have the be right back like little hangy thingy and stuff. All right, my friends. Hi, Judy. Welcome, guys. So we're in the intermediate stage of my page here. We've got probably another 20 minutes or so. There's about 3 more layers that need to go on this, and but shall do the giveaway during our intermission. Bye, Patty. Thank you so much for coming, my friend. I truly appreciate it. As always, I'm so inspired. Patty streams. Everybody check out Patty Tolley Parish. Patty with an I. Tolley, Tolley Parish, Parrish here on YouTube. Awesome, awesome. Have a good night, Patty. So I'm going to type go in the chat. Everybody write a number 1 to 150, and I'll be back in 5. Ooh, if I could find a chat. I have had one coffee too many today. Oh, almost drunk. I better be putting mute on this bad boy. You'll be hearing. Like I said, I'll just take a quick 5-minute break. Everybody can put their names in there. If you're not signed in yet, you can sign in. Be right back. Back, and we're back. Everybody got their number in that wants to be in. And don't, like I said in a prior, I don't know if that was one of the videos I had to put on private, but I've said in a prior daily live that I already have. I'm not gonna be in the BAM club, my friends. I already have postage right here in my wallet, and I just have to put some postage on it and put it in the mailbox. Our mail is in a community mailbox now, so I've got to walk over there anyways to pick up the mail, or Simon, one of us. So we will not be in the BAM club anymore. All right, thank you so much. We'll press stop. All right, I'm just going to generate random.org 1 to 150. 143. Oh, it's not very often you get the highest number. I think I saw somebody that had one. Let me see. Now I'm going to have to pop up my chat. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. I truly appreciate all the love and support that you all have shown me in the past couple weeks. Pop up chat. I need to pop it out so I can look. Wait a second. How come I can't scroll? I thought I saw somebody had like 149. Yeah, something high. There aren't that many, so we don't have to scroll too fast. Linda Renz, 149. But that's over, right? Oh, yeah, that's gone over, so we can't do that because it's 143. Rats! So without going over. Lene Soul. Yes, we said the rules were they're not going over. So Lene Soul with 93. Thank you so much, Laura. And everybody that was checking up, I'm going to write this down. Email me your address at journalartista@gmail.com. And we'll go out on Tuesday. Monday is a holiday, so there's no mail. Monday is Victoria Day, so there shall be no mail pickup on that day. Thanks, guys. That's fun. Like I said, I know I have to prove myself to you guys. Don't worry. I know I have to prove myself. All right. Go back to my chat here. All right. So we've got some stampage now, and it's dry. It's archival ink by Ranger Archival Ink. So I'm able to put other layers on top of this now, and not have to even think about it moving. I keep reaching for my coffee, which is empty. So that's not good. It's that time of night where I need to ink the edges. Sometimes I like, when I'm working on a page, I get to a certain point, I like to ink the edges. I think it frames it I don't think I know. It frames it for me, and it helps my brain think finishing. Okay, that ink pad is completely dry. We need to re-ink that bad boy. What about this one? Did I re-ink this one? Nope. That one's dry. Let me see. Don't worry, my friends. I have the one or two archival black ink pads. Oh, look at this. I definitely need to find my re-inker. I'm going to use one of my newer pads for this. Which I don't like to use some of my newer pads to ink edges because I like to use a designated pad. It does fray the edges of your ink pad. It'll damage it over time. So I do like to keep, one ink pad. Like this particular archival ink pad one of my newer ones that I like to use just for. Oh, here's another one. This is the one I was doing for inking. Yeah. Like I said, I have a Ranger museum up in this joint. I have all of the different Ranger ink pads. This is the special Tim Holtz one, so I can never get rid of that bad boy. The oldest one. So this is the one I like to use to ink the edges. As you can see, it starts fraying. I do have to prove to be reliable again. Absolutely, I do. And then, so I do have a little fray on that one. But I like to keep the newest one only for images, and then one or more than one that I use to ink the edges. All right. So I like that little pops of pink in there. So I think I'm going to add some pink on the top. Yeah, we're gonna find a stencil. Let's see. I'm gonna go into my 6x6 stencil bin here, my smaller stencils. Let's see what we got in there. Oh boy, who remembers this? For some reason, that was in my stencil storage bin. I'm trying not to cause a crackle-inch. All right. Okay, it's got my smaller stencils here. Let's see. Ooh, I kind of like this is one of the Julie Faye Fan Balzer one from years ago. I've always liked that one. Let's see. Little Seth after. Maybe not for this page. I don't know if I have something. Oh, this is interesting. This is an Artist Seller CLAR stencil. I do have one from Artist Seller too that has martini glasses on. That's kind of, well, the whole point, I guess, of the page is that she don't need any money. Joyceage, I saw that you cut one of these stencils. I saw it on your desk. I saw it. What did you do with the other half that you cut? Did you put it in your art journal? But I want something with a more, smaller pattern. Let's see what else I got going on in here. Some of my old stencils. I haven't looked at this in a long time. It's right, not looking at the chat at the moment. Just seeing if I have anything music related. I don't know. You find it awkward sometimes, Joyceage? You're half a stencil? It made me giggle. I was like, what? She cut it? No. Does anything have any? This Crafter's Workshop, was that Rhonda Pilarsi? I forget. Oh, no, it's got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Look, it's got. Ooh, I gotta keep that bad boy out. That's got like planning type stuff on there. Some swirls, some hearts. I think I have a stencil that had like music notes on. I mean, absolutely every stencil, every other design going, except for something that may be like music related. No, maybe not. No. Almost done. And if I don't find anything, we're just gonna use what's right there. I don't know who sent me this, my friends, but look at what was in here. Music note paper. Who sent me this? Dana. Dana Christensen. Oh, yeah, look. There's Dana. Dana, shout out. That's her arch, maybe an ATC. Our wonderful friend Dana. I think I see her on Instagram. I don't know why that would be in this stencil container. Maybe it was meant to be. Just happened to be in here. Got some music. Although it doesn't quite, it's older music paper, so it doesn't quite go with that. Buttons. Nope, I don't need any buttons. No, new. Does not look like that. New. Like, you think I'd have a stencil that has some type of music notes on it, but I'm guessing not. It's looking not like not. New. Maybe a lot bigger, but I'm not going to go through all of those stencils again. We're just going to use what's around me. That old Seven Gypsies. Was this Seven Gypsies that made this? Man. I don't know if I want to use the martinis, because the whole premise of the song is she doesn't need any money to, have fun. As long as she has the music, she doesn't need any. I think I'll use this one on top with orange as the final one. And I think I'll add some of these old. This is a Crafter's Workshop. Julie Faye Fan Balzer Crafter's Workshop stencil, my friends. One of Julie's, I don't know, second release maybe. Let me see. It's TCW408S. I don't know if it's still being made. Like I said, it's one of her original first or second releases, anyways. All right, we want some pink paint. And that the pink originally is medium magenta. Liquitex Basics medium magenta. So let's see if I can find that color. I've been using up this Liquitex Basics like set that I've had for years. Medium magenta. Let us find a spouncer or a makeup wedge of some type without causing a craft-a-lanch. We'll just use a makeup wedge. Pam says she wants that stamp so bad she wishes she bought it. What stamp, my friend? Which stamp? This is a actually a pretty yellowed makeup wedge, but it's dry. All right, I'm just gonna make sure I hang some of this off the edge. I'm gonna make it look imperfect on purpose, so I'm just going straight up and down. This medium magenta is semi-translucent here. So I think, like I said, I don't think I know. This paint is old, my friends. Like, I bought it when I was, like I said, traveling with Laurel, so that would have been in the 2012 or 13. Because I believe, yeah, no, translucency, it's translucent or semi-opaque. It's not one of their opaque colors, but you can see it's going under the stencil there, because sometimes if your paint is old, it gets a little, doesn't get a little, it separates in the tube. Thank you so much. Thanks, guys. The Seven Gypsies one. Oh, that big guy. Yeah, remember when we all bought that years ago? I haven't even used mine. I know. I guess I used it as a once, all at once. I remember, was it Rachel 0013 that like put it in the freezer? Somebody in the group had to put it in the freezer just to be able to take it apart. But it's definitely a classic. And this polymer is good. Like I said, that polymer from those Tim Holtz stamps, that's not so good. Anyway, the Tim Holtz stamps that are red rubber are perfect. But that polymer or the acrylic they used on those ones are, I don't know. All right. I might not be able to use them. They become so sticky. Anybody else in chat or in the comments below, let me know how have you had, and I'll show the stamps again if you guys know what I'm talking about. Any of the Stampers Anonymous stamp, Tim Holtz stamps that are on the these ones. I don't know. I don't even know if they still sell these that like this. And I'm sure the stamp is probably still good, but like super, like, I mean, look at this. Super sticky. And you can't say it's because I left archive a link on it. I can go show you hundreds of other stamps that are 20 years old that aren't like this. But it's like, it's weird. They become sticky. Maybe I need to wash them. I don't know if they're damaged. I don't know. All right. So we're just adding a little pink. I think I like it just in those 3 spots there. I think I'll leave that. Well, no, we'll put it in 5. It needs a little bit of pink up here. I'm just going straight up and down with my makeup wedge. So it wants something odd. I'll put this to the side for a moment. Back to my leftover journal. This morning I was just scribbling with marker. Let us see. Oh, that's a hot mess. Yeah, we'll just add some more pink over here, maybe. The whole thing about, for me, my leftover journals here is that I don't think. I'm just using up whatever I've been using up the excess paint on my palette or on my table here. Leave that off to the side. So for me, I don't wash my makeup wedges. I'll let this dry overnight, or maybe even longer. And then I just cut off the crusty bit, the crusty part of it when it completely dries. You can go clean them in the sink if you prefer. I need another baby wipe. Clean up my desk a little bit. All right. I'm liking it. He gun. Joyce's got some digital downloads. You got to remember tonight. I saw on my phone. Thank you so much. I believe is it Diane or Diana? Thank you so much for the love and support. Welcome to the Journal Artista community. Don't forget to check my community tab on my channel. There are members only posts over there. Yes, Diana. Welcome. Thank you so much for the support. Hikan. And again, because of those of you who have joined my Journal Artista channel membership over here, I've already ordered a new computer. That'll be here in less than 2 weeks, so I will be able to control my camera and create professional recorded, edited videos, which I'm looking forward to. Thank you so much for all the love and support over here, my friends. I truly appreciate it. I have so much excitement planned. Thank you again. Thanks, Jane. All right. So we've got this. It's time for a title. Now, so the song lyrics, let me go back to my lyrics. I wanted to say, I love cheap thrills. I love cheap thrills is going to be, and whenever I think of a title, I always write it down to count how many, visually for me, like if I write it down, then I'm able to see it. I count the letters. I'm just able to plan out my title. So I love, then I make sure I spell it correctly. So it's a four word. I'm just thinking about all of the stamps I have. Do I just want to write it? Alphabet stamps, foam stamps, paint it. Too many. Sometimes when you have too much stuff, then I can't think of what I want to use. Dun, 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 dun. Behind me here, I have a box. A lot of you guys have seen it before. It looks like this. And it has inside. Hi, Josie. Oh, thank you so much, Donna. I truly appreciate it. So in here, I've got some of my older, most precious alphabet stamps. So, for example, where did I get this one? Like, we're talking over 20 years old. Like, this is this stamp set. I think it's limited edition. Oh no, Stampers Anonymous. Old one from Stampers Anonymous. But I have some treasured, like my Nostalgiques attic collection. Let me see if there's a date on here. Not that it matters. EK Success Image. Uh-oh. Look at these. Oh, Debbie. Where's Debbie? My old club scrap stamps. Man, where's the bullet box when you need it to store these little guys? They're all over the place. Oh, no. Oh, no. I remember buying these bad boys. Rubber Stampede Fun Type made by Delta. 2002. Remember these nostalgia? Oh, I like that one. Let's see. Oh, look, I also got some old Making Memories alphabet rub-ons. Ooh, I could use rub-ons. We've got some of those. Ooh, look, maybe. Ooh. As Joyce would say, ooh. These are the original Making Memories rub-ons, my friends, from 2004. Oh, my gosh. Let us see. I wonder if these rub-ons, ooh, and it's pink. Oh, they might be good. I can keep those bad boys out. Little old one here. Let's rub-ons, my friends, though. The rub-ons have expiry dates. There's some rub-ons that I use that just do not Yeah, it's bad news. And this is what I was talking about the other day with the rubber baby buggy bumpers. How I like these. These are what I need to bring out. I need to have it in a couch art kit for working in my my daily sketchbook and the daily things I do, right? Evidence of beauty. I use that one. This is an old rubber baby buggy bumpers. Evidence of ideas. Love this stuff. I gotta keep this out. There's that one. And then my vintage. Okay, yeah. So do we want to use? These are my old. Look at this club scrap thing, my friends. But these old limited. I think these were limited edition. No, River City Rubber Works. Oh, I used to love River City Rubber Works. They sold the coolest of things back in the day. The coolest of things 20 years ago. I do have the lower case of that and the upper case of that. We also have this fun set. And some of these have been reproduced over the year, like remade by other companies. Like Stampers Anonymous made this a long time ago. Look at how much I paid for this, my friends. 20, almost 20 years ago. Look how much I paid for this. Almost 20 years ago. But I love that set. I love this font. We could use this one today, maybe. I could use a limited edition one. Here's an old Stampin' Up one. That's fun. Or this was one of my, this was that hot off, no, extra extra. Was this extra extra club scrap? Well, actually, it'll tell me on this sheet. I think this block one. This is an awesome. Yeah, extra extra. Ew. Do we want to use this? Too many options, my friends. So, anyways, this is a very special box. Some of my vintage stuff up in this here. Oh, I loved this one. This was a club scrap one as well. Uh-oh. They heard some bark upstairs. This was August 2004. Their kit called Fossils. But I always loved that particular font. Right. So we're going to do two things. First, I am going to try to use these. Like I said, these are making memories rub-ons from 2004. 2004, my friend. So let's see. Do 16-year-old rub-ons work? I'm going to get out. This is the bone folder from my Martha Stewart scoreboard. All right. I'm going to use it. Let's use a letter I have the most of, which usually is Z, K, F. F in the chat. No, I'm just kidding. No F's in the chats. That's a kid thing. All right. Where are my scissors? So I'm just going to cut off. Usually, as you know, I use this book at least a little bit. So let's cut off the F. Find a page that, well, I'll just put it right on top of this, see if it works. It may or may not. So some of my older rub-ons, like I said, these are 16-year-old rub-ons, my friends. So sometimes I'm able to use some of my older rub-ons that are 10 plus years old and not have a problem. And sometimes they're gone and then they're not going to work. So we don't know how it's going to work. You just came across these rub-ons, Chanda? I loved these. They were big bucks too, these ones. Hi, Green 67. Welcome. That is a box of fun. Those are, I have, like I said, you guys know I have a lot of stuff, but there's certain things that I've treasured that I really like, that some of those old limited edition stuff or River City Rubber Works, some of that old stuff I really love. But I know some of those like River City Rubber Works, like that particular font is sold by other companies now. So, you know, if you can't find it I'm sure River City Rubber Works isn't around anymore. That was old. That was, like I said, early 2000s I bought that. well before I was art journaling. So let us see. Making memories. Will you come through for us 20 years later? Heck yes, they work. Not 20, 16. Can you see that? That's perfect. Now, on the page we're working on, though, it, it might not show up unless I put down, kind of like we did I put that one, not one. Finish your sentence, Paula. I put the paint in the background to, okay. No crap lunch. You stay, my friend. You stay. So I can scrape some paint on here. I'm worried. I'm just gonna start putting the eye over here. I mean, what's the worst? What's the worst that's gonna happen? It's not gonna stick. It's not gonna show up, and then I'll just have to cover it up with something else. So let's find HD. Uh-oh. Well, if I knew my alphabet, I would know that D, there's other letters in between D and J. Here I am talking about kids not being able to look at the clock. Oh, sweet loving goodness. So we are going to spell I love cheap thrills. I don't need no more. And this is just the way I always did it, was cut them off like this. I mean, you can try to remove the backing and, rub them off one by one while it's still on the strip, but I always cut them off. So I'm just reading up the thing. Rub-ons. You can get rid of the rub-ons. You don't scrapbook anymore and never use them. You take a rub. Like I showed that page in one of my art journals from years ago where I took a whole sheet of rub-ons, from the early 2000s and put the entire thing all over my. It was wonderful. It worked. I thought it looked cool. I mean, like I spent this. I've already spent this money 16 years ago, my friends. Like, so if I use a whole sheet of something and it doesn't quite all come out or turn out, the money was long gone. So I'm impressed. Well, I mean, these were big bucks. Don't get me wrong. These originally, I don't know. Let me retract that. So Making Memories came out with these first in 2004. Over the years, they re-released them. So I don't know if the quality changed, after the first release. But I've never had problems using Making Memories rub-ons. Well, 15 years ago when I used them. I say bust out the rub-ons. Challenge yourself to use a whole sheet of rub-ons on an art journal page. There's my challenge for you. Whole sheet of rub-ons. For those of us who may have a sheet or two treasured. Like I said, what's the worst that can happen? It's not going to show up. I'll have to cover it and, put a title some other way. But I don't know. Using some of my old stuff, my friends, gives me joy. Especially when I think about all the stuff that I've had to throw out that doesn't work well or that has not stood the test of time. When you find something that does, it's pretty exciting. To me, anyway. Yeah, use them to make cards. Absolutely. One more. S and then. All right. So now that I cut it out with the backing on it, we can actually audition some of these things on our page. See where we like it. And if I have to add marker or big pen or something to outline these letters, so they, I've always liked to do that, outline stuff in big pen, um, or any type of pen. Usually outline things in black, so so that it pops up off the page. Especially this will blend in without black. Especially if I put that pink on top of there. I think I'll put it over here. My page feels a little damp, but I'm pretty sure it's dry. What time do we got going on? Oh, it's been 3 hours. Ew, my recording's going to do funny things, probably. I will have to edit this. I think I'm going to put thrills over here. In my head, well, there's lots that goes on in my head. But I was just thinking, like, I love cheap. Oh, no. I was just thinking, like, have it like this, and then have it, like, gesso crossed off. Cheap. Like, what are some of the other things I don't do cheap? Ketchup. Oh, gotta have Heinz. Ketchup. Cross it off. No, I love cheap thrills. I'm gonna do it like this though. Maybe I'll add some more collage or something over there, but we are going to do it like that. Apologize for the autofocus. Oh, thank you so much, Melody. Melody's telling me she's doing other stuff, not looking at the chat, but she's letting me know that not making memories, excuse me, creative memories is still around. I should say lucky. That's not the right word. It is the right word. I was lucky that I was not in that I wasn't introduced to scrapbooking through creative memories. I was interested. I was introduced to scrapbooking through the shopping channel years and years and years ago. In either it was 99 or 2000, I forget. Because the whole binding system, all that. I'm just glad that I started with postbound albums, that I didn't get into all of those. What were they called? Strap? I forget now. But I wasn't. The creative memory style was not my style. Because I loved rubber stamps and ink and whatever, and they were like, "You're doing what with your page?" The creative memories ladies. No, they did not like me. Creative memories, all they wanted to use was stickers and nothing. And I'm like, no, I've got to get out my stamps. I'm going to ink the edges. These are actually working really well. Obviously, the little plastic stick, popsicle stick that came with them is long gone. So I'm just using a bone folder. So very hard to see, guys, especially on my camera here. But once I outline it later off camera, I will be outlining it and it will really show up nicely. My page is bumpy. So we're going to put this on. Later on, I'll outline it on my own time. Nobody wants to see me spend 10 minutes outlining this with a pen in black. And we're going to add some orange splots, orange for contrast. Yeah, baby wipes. Exactly. No cheap baby wipes. All those. There's certain things like I have to have brand name. I can have no name, whatever, store brand, whatever, but peanut butter, ketchup, I think that's it. I have to have Heinz ketchup and I have to have Kraft peanut butter. Anything else, I'm trying to think of store brands. I don't care if I eat store brand or name brand or whatever, but Heinz ketchup, the original, and Kraft peanut butter, smooth. I have to. Although I do like Skippy, I guess. But I can't be no. Don't be bringing me home any no name peanut butter or ketchup. So orange paint, acrylic paint in particular. Well, I guess all. Anyways, orange acrylic paint can be translucent. It's funny business, tricky business like yellow. So when I do splots with orange or yellow, I try to find a paint that is more opaque than others. Give myself a little bit of a head start. Let's see. Oh, Miracle Whip, you are right, Pam. Oh yes, Miracle Whip. That's another one. I love me my Miracle. Oh, yes, Miracle Whip's another one. Salad dressing. We won't get into the salad dressing versus mayonnaise debate. I really like how this looks, and I'll just show you real quick. If I have my black, this is just a Bic pen, my good old Bic Crystals, and this is the original like medium point. I just went on, but I will go later on after I get off and just spend some time outlining it. And I do like Bic pens. I've used Bic pens in my art for many years. I like how it writes over top of everything, no matter what. And I've always, growing up, the Bic Crystals, and I have to flip my pen. The Bic Crystal, um, I just like the feel of it. Anyway, feel in my hand. So it'll be, once I outline it, then it'll really stick out. Oh, oh, better make sure I'm spelling this right. I don't know. Maybe I. Hmm. 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 Can't spell over here. Can't spell. I think I'm actually going to do it like this. I'm going to put the S over on this page. Then I can do some journaling or add some other song lyrics or talk about why, you know, it's Saturday night. And we maybe write some journaling about why this song is important to me or why I like it so much. Oh no. And not just because it's a catchy tune. So I feel absolutely wonderful tonight. I truly appreciate everybody being here. It's exciting for me to do art again. Again, I know I keep saying it all the time. I truly appreciate everybody that is here, whether you're a member, supporter, or not. Just being here, whether you're lurking or chatting. I truly appreciate all the love and support, my friends. And it feels good to be back. Today was day number 2 for Stencil Saturday. Tomorrow morning, when I stream, or mid afternoon, or whenever I stream during the day, will be day number 14 of streaming live, my friends. And I will stream live as long as I am off work every day. So, thank you so much for joining me. Woo! I shall post my finished product over on the Instagram, which will push to Facebook and Twitter. And like I said, I've got lots of plans in the future. Lots. For series, for live shows, for my for live shows for everyone and not just members. So I'm gonna cut these 2 L's I put them together, but I want them to be slightly staggered. I'm making it look messy on purpose. Ooh, I was going to keep the S on that other side. Oh, no. Well, I guess that's not happening. Rats, unless I have it like this, and then it's too far away. Son of a gun, I wasn't paying attention. How many passive-aggressive am I going to say? Oh, thank you, Jane. Let's see, trolls. Thank you so much, Joyceage. I'm working on your package. I've got to go to Shoppers sometime this week. I need to venture past my backyard, and I need to go to Shoppers Drug Mart. So I got to pick up a prescription and a couple other things. So that Shoppers Drug Mart is where the actual post office is, Canada Post. This other Happy Mail, like the Happy Mail, the envelopes, the giveaways that I'm doing, I just have to go down the street where my mailbox is. But to mail a package, I actually have to go to the post office. But I need to go this. I have to go this week. The good old Shoppers. You're humming Cheap Thrills. It's a earworm. Oh, I like where this is going. All right. So I was talking about orange paint. And it can be tricky business because it can be translucent and then make your page, rather than looking, you want, in my head I'm thinking, look at this beautiful bright orange, it's going to be fluorescent, it's going to be opaque, it's going to be wonderful. It gets on the page, it's like, what is this mud? Because it's translucent. So let us see, what paints do I have close to me here that may be orange? Liquitex Basics, some of those oranges I know for sure are translucent. So, which is never, no, I shouldn't say never, may not be the best option. Oh, look what I have. We have Iridescent Orange Yellow Dynaflow by PBOs. Let's try it. Use what I have. May not be the right color of orange, but, oh, that's going to look good. In my humble opinion, or not so humble, in my opinion, once I outline it, it's going to be nice. I like that. And now that I might have to write another message to myself, not a message, but I love Cheap Thrills. I might have to write something over here. As long as I can stream, maybe. Rather than as long as I can feel the beat, as long as I can stream. Yeah, I've been working from home for March 17th and only gone out 3 times. I have not left my backyard. I'm very blessed. Obviously, Simon takes care and he goes out and does things. But I am quite happy staying at home. Hopefully, I need to go out. Like I said, I need to go shoppers this week. And hopefully next week, not this week, but the week after, I'll be able to get a doctor's appointment. That's priority number one. I need to see a neurologist badly. My feet. Anyways, we won't go on about that again. Nobody wants to hear about that all the time. All right. I thought that not being on my feet as much and not walking to work, whatever, but it has not helped my drop foot problem at all. All right. So I add a little water to this. Not too much. I don't want to make it too translucent. I need a little bit of water to make it viscous enough that viscous. Is that the right word? Oh, sweet goodness. To get it fluid enough to be able to splot on my page. So this is a very this is kind of a fallish type orange. But let's see. A fallish type orange. How do you like those descriptive words? Believe me, being said, this is not only was my job mentally stressful, like physically and mentally not good for me. Not good. So hopefully we can get to the doctor. Not to say I'm not going to go back to the job. I need to go to the doctor so I can go back to work. That's the problem. All right. Making some splots. I'm just getting. Oh, I'm going to have Jean absolutely have a fit when I start doing splots like this with my new MacBook. my book. With the MacBook, she'll be over there in New Brunswick trying to strangle me through the screen. If I put splots on my brand new Mac, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. So it'll happen within the first stream that I use it. It is what it is. All right, so we got some orange splots, but I don't know. It's new. We need to add black. It definitely needs, as our wonderful friend Patty Tolly Parrish would say, a pop of black. It needs some itty bitty backgrounds. I shall do that right now. If I could find, I've got paint. Now I've got paint all over my face. I just touched my cheek, and now there's, I'm sure, pink paint right down, all the way down my cheek. I can't see my itty bitty backgrounds. I'm just going to use this piece of belting that I've had for years. I'm going to put this to the side for a moment because we still have some of that orange paint. So I'll just go back into this. Oh, there's some orange there, so let's just add to it. Or use a gift card. James Mac has splots. Hi, Rhonda. Absolutely, absolutely. Um, the hard part is that you can't go see a doctor at the moment. Uh, but yes, a long time ago, my doctor wanted me to go off on disability, uh, and I didn't. And no, don't let me say this. I moved out when I was 18. I've worked full time, paid my own bills since I was 18. Lived on my own at 18, like alone, not even with a roommate, alone. So for me, my work ethic, my dad, like I always had a job. I always worked. So when the doctor told me that time that I needed to go off or that I'd be eligible for disability because of my um, mental health, me, I'm stubborn. I'm like, no, I've got to still work. I've got to work. I got to pay my bills. I got to do this. So I never took that route. And it probably, back then especially, maybe I should have. Maybe I wouldn't be where I am right now if I had or have repeated these same cycles over the last 10 years if I had taken that time and gotten the help that he wanted me to get back then. But, right now, I can't worry about that. All I can do is work the tools that I have right now and use the resources that are afforded to me by, the government of Ontario in Canada. And hopefully with telehealth and that, and hopefully I can see a doctor soon. But for me, mental, obviously my mental health is priority number one. But this drop foot, my friends, this drop foot is, I'm worried about it. It's hard. You know, I guess I've been dealing with my mental health for a long time, so it's kind of, I shouldn't say same old, same old. It is what it is. Any of those words, I shouldn't be saying that. But this drop foot is something that I've never experienced before, and like I said, it could be something as simple as a pinched nerve or a damaged nerve, my sciatic nerve or something like that, that's causing my foot not to work. But when your feet are numb or my leg is numb from the knee down and I can't walk fast. I can walk. Don't, let me take that back. I can walk, but I can't walk fast because my right foot just drags. I cannot put my heel down at all. Like, just Google drop foot. Drop foot is a symptom of some type of other neurological problem, be it nerve problem, be it a damaged nerve, or, could be something like multiple sclerosis. We don't know. But let me tell you, not being able to walk properly, especially for somebody like me who loves, I walk to work every day. I, lift for a lot of time, like, not to be able to move fast or to move my foot, to put pressure on it's scary. And I almost felt, like I said, almost daily, I have to be very careful about how I move my body. Like if I step back, before, if I'm standing somewhere, and just normally step back, right? Take a step back to do whatever. I cannot take a step back with my right foot. I'll fall, almost fall. It's terrible. Like scared, like I don't know if anybody. The only way I could explain it is that like I'm telling my foot to move, but it's not doing anything, and it's scary. That part, I'm telling you. Heat gun. So I got that zero gravity chair. Thank you so much from my stepfather, and hopefully that'll help me a little bit. But I need to go see a neurologist. I need to get those tests to make and if it is hopefully just some type of pinched nerve, then I can get some therapy, physical therapy. Anyways, nobody wants to hear about my medical issues. We like to talk about that during the day on my morning chat shows. All right, so I'm just going to use this piece of belt from an old machine I used to run years ago. I shall get my newer ink pen. Yeah, Rhonda says her wrist is same. Just woke up, just wouldn't work. That's how I felt. One day I just started walking to work. I'm like, something ain't right. It was so. Oh, that's vermilion. Oh, I got the hiccups. Excuse me. The vermilion. We don't want that. We want black. Yeah, it's just scary when you're trying to tell your body to do something and it doesn't want to do it. And if you don't have, a stamp like that, well, why don't something like that? I can use this stamp. These are the old. I'm sure a lot of us have some type of texture stamps, whether it be itty bitty backgrounds or something fun like this. So if you didn't have one, I can use the dots. I'm gonna use the dots on this one. I believe these were Go Bunny. Oh, but still have extreme pain. Yeah, I haven't had any pain. That's luckily that's the thing. It's pure numbness and tingles. Of, thank goodness. The pain was in my hands, like carpal tunnel and that type of thing. But thank goodness, there's no pain in my leg. Just numb. All right. Sometimes, you know me, if I don't have a acrylic block handy, I just use the top of another ink pad as my acrylic block. Use what you have, what's around you. So I think now these spots are not dry, my friends. These spots are not dry because there's some spots that are really thick. So just got to be wary of that. Yeah, hopefully it's just an orthotic thing, but it's not. I think it's coming from my sciatic nerve from my butt, behind my knee, from crossing my. Anyway, we won't do it. I'm liking it. I am liking it. So again, I'm going to outline when this is dry because I can't outline it right now, especially some of the spots. Like I said, they're thick. You'll see. Let's see. My next thing will be getting some new lighting. But I needed a computer first to fix my autofocus issues or to be able to control my camera and record and edit videos for you guys. So lots of different layers. The orange, I don't know. But my finishing stuff, I'm going to outline letters so it'll really make the title pop. Right now, it just completely bends in the background. Over here, might do some journaling, might do something else. Maybe I'll draw a picture of Sia. Not tonight. But anyways, my friends, thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate it. I shall see everybody tomorrow. It's Sunday. For day number 14 live. It'll be probably sometime in the morning. I seem to be going live between 10 and 11 Eastern most times because I get up early, like 5 or 6 in the morning, and then, you know. But thank you so much, everybody, for being here for our second Stencil Saturday in a row. I truly appreciate it. Thank you so much to all my members. Just take a quick peek at the chat. Yes, just things are good. All right. Again, thank you so much for all the love and support, my friends. Just for being here, I truly appreciate it. Don't forget, comment, like, subscribe. Check your subscription if you're subscribed up there and if the bell has been rung. And I shall see you guys on YouTube tomorrow. Much love, everybody. Don't forget, my friend Lunny Soul, email journalartista@gmail.com so I can mail that out on Tuesday. Thank you so much, my friends.